So, welcome to another episode of the Otaku Village podcast. It is your boy Schwag, aka the Otaku God, and today I have lovely guests on this podcast. But before I introduce them, if you are new to the YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe. YouTube.com/Schwag Gaming and Music to get more from this podcast, amongst other things. I will also have an audio version put up. I will put the link in the description. If you want to be a part of the podcast, or if you just want to chill in the Discord, hit up my Patreon. That's patreon.com/Otaku Village. That's patreon.com/Otaku Village. We are doing a video version. Celebration time. Video version. Finally got a video version. And I want to introduce my guests before I get into the topics. We have Mahogany. Go ahead, introduce yourself. If you got any socials that you want to put out there, go ahead, do so.
Okay, Mahogany Wings cosplay on Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. It's just Mahogany Wings, so you can find me anywhere. I am a cosplayer and photographer and all that good stuff.
That is what I'm talking about. Good stuff. And we also have Sydney with us today.
Hi, I'm Sydney. I don't actually have any cosplay or photography tags or anything. I'm just a normal stay-at-home mom who happens to be nerdy and enjoys all the things. So my kids are also part of everything I do. They definitely wanted to do other things for conventions and Halloween, and I was like, no, let mommy dress you.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what kids are for. We just live
Exactly.
vicariously through them. That's why we have them. You know what I'm saying? All right, and we also have Lydia. We have accessories. We also have Lydia with us today. Introduce yourself, ma'am.
What's up, everybody? My name is Lydia, and I'm from Dorkalicious, and I am a YouTuber, a cosplayer, a streamer. I have a Patreon. So my stage name is Chubby Chibi. I also do burlesque occasionally, and I host panels and the whole shebang. Love anime, huge nerd. But yes, follow me on Twitter. _Dorkalicious, and I also stream live weekly on Twitch. My handle is super_Dorkalicious, and if you want to find me on YouTube, it's Dorkalicious.
That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
That sounded official.
I do it a lot. Every video, I'm like, all right, follow, smash that like, do the thing.
You're sips water. So today I'm bringing a special podcast. I have always wanted to see a woman's perspective in the anime culture. So this episode will be women in anime. Is it women in or women and anime?
Women and anime.
Is it and?
Oh.
This would be because I don't work in the field.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna go with women and anime. And I've always wanted to see a woman's perspective on what anime they watch, moving about the anime culture, just to get their perspective, because I feel like there's a lot that's still a mystery. And as somebody that's in and out of anime, I definitely want to get their side of everything that's going on, especially since anime is super popular now. I mean,
right?
you can't hide from it. It's in Hollywood culture. It's in the commercials. I mean,
we ingrained ourselves.
Exactly. Yes, it's our time.
Now we're loud and proud. It's like, here we are, we're over here.
That's it. Even Arby's has their little ads, and
yes.
Oh my god, I love
what's
those.
going on with Arby's?
I love Arby's ads, man. They're
so
good.
Anime tray. I want to be mad.
Art, man.
It's I want to be mad, but at the same time, I'm all right, I see that you see us. All right, that's cool.
All right, I'll buy your stupid curly fries. Just relax.
Hey, whoa. Don't you slander those curly fries. Don't you slander those curly fries.
The best thing they have is fries, man.
It really is. They're the best thing there.
Yeah. And do you remember that bacon cheddar curly fries? Bacon. Do you remember that?
No.
Okay, that must have been a Canadian thing. Okay. It was it's ingrained in my brain. Bacon cheddar curly fries only for $2.99. I'm like, yes. Okay. Anyways.
Speaking of which, okay, so we now know that Lydia's from Canada. We know that now.
Canadian.
Hello.
Okay, so Mahogany, where are you from?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Thank you, Georgia. Appreciate y'all.
Damn, what's up?
Appreciate y'all. Y'all did y'all thing. And Cynthia, where are you from?
Well, we're currently Army, so all over.
Ooh.
Army.
All over.
Army.
Ah.
He's on
Couldn't,
wheels.
dang, you couldn't go Air Force like your boy. You know what I mean?
Oh, I married
Ah.
into this life. It was not my choice.
Well,
Uh,
dang.
My condolences. My condolences.
Enjoy.
It's been fun so far. We've really enjoyed every step of the way. So
Yeah.
Nice.
I
Well,
pretty,
that's good.
that's what's up, man. I thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because the spouse is just as important as the troop. You know what I'm saying? Hold that family down. Do your thing. That's what I'm talking about. You're
You're
so one of the first things I want to talk about, of course, you know, when it comes down to anime, what are y'all watching? Y'all can start in any order. I don't care.
Should, like, do you
All
want
the
to go like in a
things.
circle, like
Yeah,
Mahogany
I'll
first,
are
and
we in the-
Sydney, then me?
I'll
Okay,
go
so
first, I'll go
we'll go first. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
So right now, it's funny because I keep going on and off with the anime because I'm trying to keep up with like a new season of something else will come out, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen that in a long time, and I have to go run and watch it. So I'm watching Seven Deadly Sins right now,
Okay.
the newest season that came out on Netflix because I forgot about it for a while.
Mhm.
The graphics are terrible, but I'm having a good time. I'm also watching High School. Oh crap, what's it called?
Of the Dead?
No. It's the new one where it was a webtoon first.
Oh,
and
God of High School?
God of High
God
School.
of High
Okay.
School.
I'm watching God of High School because the art is exactly the same as webtoon and it touches my heart. It looks amazing, and the opening song is such a banger. So good. And I don't know, I keep falling off from watching it because since I've already read it, it's pretty much happening exactly like the webtoon. So I feel like I've already seen it. I'm kind of waiting for it to get a little bit further and then I'm gonna binge it through, you know what I mean?
Got you.
Yes.
But yeah, aside from that, those are the ones I'm mainly watching since Fire Force ended for a while and Demon Slayer stopped for a while. Those are kind of just the mainstream ones. Usually I like to watch like little slice of life shows. Like Tanaki-kun is always listless is one of my favorites. It's just, a little happy, watch a short little something, get you through the day. All the anime, I watch it all.
Of course. Of course. That's what I'm talking about. I love it.
Next.
Next.
Who's next?
You next.
I guess you next.
I'm
Sid.
next.
I guess you
Me.
next. I guess you next.
I keep up week to week. One Piece is like my thing. If it's no candy right now. It's One Piece for me. Like I've read every chapter. I've seen every movie. I've watched all the OVAs. I watch week to week. Like I have a Luffy hat tattoo behind my ear. Like
Aww.
The straw hat. You got the straw hat tat?
I have a straw hat
He's a
behind
straw
my
hat
ear.
pirate.
And it, like, oh,
Let's
let
see
me
it.
if
Let's
I
see
don't
it.
even know if I
You
can-
say, look.
Y'all see it?
Oh yeah.
Let's
Cute.
go.
Wow.
Dedicated to that life.
Like that's my one. That's the one that I'm like, if y'all want to talk about nerdy things, get me into One Piece and I got you. But I mean, I've been watching God of High School. There's a couple others. I'm big on Haikyuu. I'm actually wearing one right now, but I
Oh, nice.
have been playing and coaching volleyball for almost 17 years now. So
Whoa.
when I found Haikyuu, I
She's
was like,
sporty and nerdy.
Wow.
She's
I was
sporty
so
nerd.
excited to find
That's
that
awesome.
one. I was juiced for that. But I've watched, I mean, one of my top three has been Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Those two, I have that one also tattooed on me. Like I watch everything. You name it, I've probably seen it or have some sort of experience with it. I feel bad because the only one that I haven't really done has been Dragon Ball.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right.
I was so like,
I'm
because
gonna
of
cry later,
One
but
Piece,
it's all right.
I was like, I don't think I could take on another beast with 1,200 and some odd episodes.
But you're
of
watching
whatever.
One Piece.
You know
But
what
I
though?
started
But
I
One
think
she's
it's
Piece
been
so
with
long
it the
ago.
whole time. You can't
I
just
feel
start
like
Been
One
with
Piece
it
now.
for so
you
long.
can't like One Piece and Dragon Ball at the same time. I feel like it's like either like tuna or
One
salmon.
or the
You only
other.
like it's you know
What do
what
you
it
mean, like
is.
tuna or
One or
they're
the
like,
other,
they're
man.
fish. They're
I
fish.
did enjoy
Yeah.
it. Like
Oh,
I watched
salmon's
I
gross.
watched it over my husband's shoulder because he was like, "Oh, I really enjoyed this as a kid." So he started it over from the very beginning. And so I watched like a couple here and there with him, but I
Wait, the
didn't
very
actually
beginning of Dragon Ball?
Yes, like the very, very beginning.
No, don't do that. Look, don't do that. Like honestly,
That's when it
what
was.
is
All
it?
right, you
What
gotta
is it?
start Dragon
Dragon
Ball
Ball
Z.
Kai? Is it Dragon Ball Kai where they like it's like abridged or whatever?
I think so.
Dragon
Yeah.
Ball Kai was the one that was trash.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, there's
See,
an I know there's an
Super's the
abridged
good
version.
one.
So I just need to figure that out because like I said, I'm trying to get somebody watching Dragon Ball. They won't. They just trash
What
it.
about like Team 4-Star? Like that's like funny. You're like,
Get her on Team 4-Star. Tell her to just subscribe to Team 4-Star. That's all she needs. Then she'll watch it.
Team
'Cause
Four
it's
Star.
like-
What is that?
It's like, oh my god, they're like a
Wait a
comedy
minute.
troupe.
Moment of silence for him not knowing Team 4-Star.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Wait
Do you
a
know-
minute.
Do you know how many things I'm subscribed to?
Listen to me.
Okay, you explain it.
Team 4-Star is an all-out powerhouse in the nerd community. I love those guys so much.
So they're a comedy troupe, but like they take like clips of like Dragon Ball and like just like scoosh it like really like within like 2 or 3 minutes. So like you know like all the like doesn't not necessary. You know what I mean? But just it's
they
good.
are
It's
so
funny.
It's all like
The high.
You know what I mean? Just
all the
like
all the power ups are like decreases. Like all right,
Oh
I
my
get it.
Yes.
It's really
Yeah.
funny.
yeah. It's
I've
yeah.
never heard of Team
Ball
4-Star.
Write
I'm
it
not-
down. Go watch it after this because you'll like pee your pants.
I'm not
We're
gonna
going
lie,
to
like,
like it.
I love Dragon Ball, but I am not in love with the community. So like,
Well, some of them are a little.
We don't talk to them. We just, we
Mhm.
just walk.
And every
beside them.
fandom has those like toxic fans that you're like, oh my god, stop talking.
but
We
he can't
don't
be
claim
Goku
them.
though.
Oh! Oh! And I want to say, yes, he can. No, he can't. He just built different. I'm like, you have no details. You have no facts. You have nothing.
I'm not gonna lie, I was that guy that was like Vegeta's trash. I died on that hill many times, and I just decided not to do that anymore.
Once he got a neck, remember how skinny his neck was? Once he got a neck,
That was like thick neck.
once he got a thick neck, he was everything.
Oh
He was
my-
all of that.
that boy Neck Jeter. That's funny.
Oh my
That
God.
is funny. That is
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So Lydia,
Oh,
what are
yeah.
you watching?
Okay, so I was watching like the new stuff that came out of Japan, like Rent a Girlfriend was super cute.
Time out. What?
I heard about that. I heard about that.
Okay, yeah, it's okay. You know, Japan, they got different. Okay, renting a girlfriend here is legal-ish. Not gonna. Okay, but like there, it's just like business. You know what I mean? It's just like
There's
I'm
no
your
thing.
girlfriend.
Business here.
No, but like
Girlfriend
okay,
too.
okay. It's like sexual business here, but like there, it's just like I'm your girlfriend. It's like
That was great.
this is a podcast. I don't want to be like too graphic, but
Right.
that's what we do in North America, right? But like in Japan, they're like very like, hey, you know what? You're my girlfriend for the next couple of hours. Hold my hand and talk to me and pretend you like me. That's kind of what it is over there. You know what I mean? Anyways, it's cute.
No. I get it. I get it. I want to say what it is
Different
here,
levels of
but I'm gonna
escort.
stop.
Yes,
See,
exactly.
I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna
No,
say it.
I know, yeah, like just
Oh,
no
thank you.
no happy endings, like
Oh!
in that way. You know what I mean? Anyways, but it's cute. It's like okay, so Rent a Girlfriend is very cute anime.
Okay.
I'm into like rom-coms, love them. I was watching like Yuzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out, which I know triggers a lot of people, but it was actually it was all right. And
Uzaki
then
Chan Wants to Hang Out. Isn't that the one with the short girl?
big titties.
That's the one. That's the
Yeah,
one. Okay.
yeah. Like I had to I do Patreon, right? So she was my shoot that I just did like this month. So like I had
Oh,
to
nice.
like finding fake titties is hard, man. Like it's
It is.
so
Not gonna
expensive. Like
Because I was looking
Wait, fake titties
for
are
like
expensive.
cosplay, and they're just so crazy.
they are okay. So like if you were to like get like okay, so like for comparison, I will show you. Okay, this is what we got to work with. Not great. It's all right. It's all right, but it's not great. So anyways, to get like a full like chest plate, like like the drag queens use and stuff like that, they're like $300, but they're like
Yeah.
silicone. It's a good quality investment. I'm poor, so I'm just like, what can I do? So like I went to like my local Dollarama, which is like the dollar store here. I'm just like, okay, I'm getting pantyhose, I'm getting rice. I made myself a G cup. So a G cup is 3 cups of rice, in case you guys want to know, and a pantyhose. You just tie it up, shove it in there, bam.
How you make titties?
Ooh.
That's how you make titties. I know. Okay, so there you go. So there's there's a life hack for you guys. Fake titties, rice and pantyhose.
Let me make a note.
Yeah, seriously, yeah. It's very helpful.
One more
Anyways,
time. What did you put the rice
you like knee highs, like actual knee
in?
high pantyhose.
Okay, I can remember that.
Knee highs. If you want a G cup, 3 cups of rice.
That's
Doesn't matter what
crazy.
kind. Don't use basmati. A little pointy. Okay. Anyways,
I love this.
sorry, didn't mean to go off topic there. Anyway,
It's
so
the best.
No, you're good. This is amazing.
I'm learning really important things right now.
Right.
I was gonna say I'm not mad at this.
We're
I'm
all
about to move
cosplayers.
forward with some cosplays. Now I got my fake titties.
Right.
Exactly. That's like Dollarama cost-effective titties. You're welcome.
Brilliant. Thank you
I
very much.
learned from my mistakes. Anyways, but I've been watching Yuzaki-chan, which like I put up oh my god, put a thing on TikTok and it exploded. Like I had 8,000 views. So much hate because everyone's like, "Fit you, you're fat and you exist on the internet." And I'm like,
Oh, no.
sorry.
Like, oh no,
You
this
back.
person says I'm ugly. Who cares?
You know what I mean? It's just like, your body type doesn't match. And you're just like, well, suck my ass, whatever. Anyways, but yeah. So yeah, I watched those two recently, and then like I'm also a big Yaoi fan. Yaoi nerd. Junjo Romantica. Mwah. It's right in the heart. It's right in the feels. You know what I mean? That's some good shit. Anyways, I know
Yes.
you're probably not Schwag, you're probably not into Yaoi, but Yaoi is like boys who love it. That might be a good one for your for your girlfriend actually.
Labu labu.
If it's got a good story, I'm in there.
It's a very good
Look,
story.
number 6. You can watch number 6, and it's considered boy love, but it's also not like overly boy love.
Number
And
6.
so, like, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah,
Your girlfriend
there's
will
I'm
enjoy
gonna
it.
write
It's a
this
good one.
down.
Soft boy love.
Fun.
A soft boy.
BL.
love.
Is it just called number
Nice.
6?
BL, you know it's gonna be boy love.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, exactly.
It is what it like. Like I said, if it's got a good story, I'm in there. It's like
It's a
whatever.
good one.
It's
Yeah,
Japan.
exactly.
Like,
No
it's-
judgment.
Of course, it's gonna have a good story. It's written for women.
Right.
Oh,
oh man.
and
So,
that's it
you
for
know,
me.
you know what? That's a perfect segue. That is a perfect segue into the next topic that I want to talk about.
Ooh.
Is what exactly got y'all into anime? You said that like there are certain anime that are written for women, but even the anime that aren't written for women, that are just like in general, just written to be, weird, or just, certain anime that, guys gravitate towards. What exactly about not just the anime, but the culture that was like, you know what? I'm in there and I don't mind expressing it openly to people.
Here you go, Mahogany.
Sorry. The cat about to tilt my laptop. Am I muted? No, I'm not. Okay.
No, you're not.
What got me into anime? Oh, that's a good question. I think a lot of girls first loved anime around my age group anyway, was Inuyasha.
Mhm.
Because I don't know, for some reason we're awake at that time in the morning and Cartoon Network. And it's on, and let's be real, Inuyasha is very cute. So after that point, I kind of Sailor Moon, the pretty outfits and the sparkly, stuff that's eye-catching got you first. And now I mostly am just obsessed with art. Like if it's ugly art, then I'm real picky about my art. If it's ugly, I can't watch it. I don't care how good it is. I say, it's ugly, or it's drawn boring. When I say drawn boring, I don't really know how to explain it. It took me a long time to get into Cowboy Bebop because I felt
Oh, thank you.
boring.
Thank you. I'm not alone. I am not alone.
I thought it was drawn boring.
Oh my
art
God.
was boring.
Thank you.
But now I love it. I love Cowboy Bebop now.
I don't.
I love Cowboy Bebop. But let me tell you something.
Okay.
Growing
Yes.
up, I couldn't do it. It looked so boring. I could not. And I was like, but it was like I was past my mecha anime stage, because I had a mecha anime stage where everything, I was like, oh my God, there are robots? There are robots? I'm watching this. Oh my gosh, they're gonna ride a robot. They're gonna be in a robot. I'm watching this. Everything robot I wanted to see. Everything space I wanted to see. And then I overstimulated myself with that, and now I hate everything that has mechas or in space. And at that point, I was looking at Cowboy Bebop. I'm like, they're in space. Like it's already ugly, and they're in space. Thanks. And then
They're ugly and in space? No thanks.
ugly in space. Ugh. but now I love it. So it's the art. It really doesn't take anything but the art to get me like I would watch that because I like the way it looks. And it doesn't have to be necessarily pretty or flowy looking, but it's like when it looks like I can sit there and stare at it for a long time.
But you
You know,
watch
people
Seven
make
Deadly though.
Seven Deadly Sins is fucking ugly. But it took the one white-haired girl. I was like, oh, a white-haired character. Time to fall in love. And so there we go. Whenever there's a
Oh my.
white-haired character, I give an anime a chance. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was good. Also, I like anything that's kind of a theme that I know of, like Seven Deadly Sins. I know it's going to be interesting, or something Greek, Roman, whatever. Like what is it? Magi.
Magi. Okay.
Magi's a good looking art. I like the way it looks.
Yeah.
And also, you know, I was like, oh, I kind of know what's going on here. So they can throw in a bunch of characters and a bunch of situations, and I can follow because I know what they're trying to do. I get it.
That's it's funny that you were saying like, okay, you can just throw in a bunch of stuff. I feel like Seven Deadly for me, everybody just has some kind of move. They don't explain why they have it. They just like when the situation calls for it, they're like, I have this move now. And you're like, when did you learn that? When did you learn that?
What is that? And then you realize that they're saying, oh, this is like you have that one move that you do. And eventually, now what? What is this season I'm watching right now? I don't even know. But now I'm like, oh, is that where you learned that? But it doesn't really explain what it is. But I know where it came from now. And
Was it Merlin? Merlin's got like 100 moves, and like you're just
Merlin
like
is a whole anomaly. What is she? She's
I,
just boom. I'm Merlin, and because we know Merlin, we're like, okay, Master of Magic, cool. But also, what? Where'd you
wait,
come
what? Wait, oh, I don't want to say too much about Merlin. What season are you on?
from?
Is it the most recent?
Is it 3?
Okay, if it's 3, then I ain't talking about it. All right, I'm good.
I don't know. I don't know.
No spoilers.
I don't
Yeah,
know
that's what I'm
where we're
saying.
at.
I that like you'll
From the
when
first time we see Merlin, because they slowly show us each character, but when we finally see Merlin, you're like, okay, her name is Merlin, so she's just a master of magic. She's
no,
magic.
but like Merlin's
Why is she so
Merlin's more than meets the eye, and you'll find out in season 3. So
Dun 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 dun.
Are you coming up here?
get through it.
Show your kitty. Yeah.
Whoa, this is a family-friendly podcast. We're not showing kitties. Oh,
No pussies on the podcast.
Whoa. Yo, I'm gonna put that on a shirt. No pussy on the podcast. If I put that on a shirt, y'all better order y'all sizes.
I'm not gonna lie, I would buy a shirt that says no pussies on the podcast because it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Oh my gosh, yo, divert from that. Let's go to Cynthia. Let's go to Cynthia. What got you into anime or anime culture?
Cynthia.
Or Sydney
or Lydia?
Sorry, Sydney.
No, you.
We-
like,
we-
I like mixed a bunch of names.
Their names.
I mixed a bunch of names. Sydney,
Fusion.
apologize.
Ha!
No, look,
I'm kidding.
I didn't line it up. I didn't line it up well.
Right.
It
wasn't enough. Repeat the question, please.
What got you into anime?
I was kind of in the same boat. Like my first anime was Sailor Moon, and watching because so I have red hair now, but I grew up a sandy blonde, strawberry blonde kid, and so watching a blonde character do makeup and then transform into a princess was like so exciting, and that's what I wanted. So like for a long time, longer than I care to admit, I was like, no, Mom, my name's Usagi, and I'm the Moon Princess.
Cute.
Then, so as I got older, and as obviously many of us do, like I was an athlete, and I was hanging out with more jocks and more mean people, and so the more I was like, oh, what about anime, manga, all these other things, people were like, that's weird, what are you talking about? So I was like kind of a closet weeb for a long time until I met my husband, and he was like, hey, you want to watch anime together? And I was like, he's the one. I knew it. Like, so he actually was the one that reintroduced my weeb side, and he started me on Naruto because I had never seen it while I was pregnant with our first child. And because I
Aw.
wasn't allowed to do anything, being massively pregnant, I powered through Naruto and
Nice.
Naruto Shippuden in like a couple of weeks because I
Wow.
had
Wow.
nothing to do but take care of a newborn. So,
That's awesome.
and then
Yes.
after that, I was like, there's got to be more.
Naruto's a staple.
It was great. I loved it. And then obviously from there, it has been a never ending revolving door of shows and books and everything in between, webtoons, whatever, you name it. Like, I'm obsessed with it.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yay.
That's what I'm
Not you,
talking about.
sir. Fearless leader.
I mean I'm glad you had Sailor Moon. All I had to look up to was Mr. Popo. But
Mr. Popo. Oh, he was cute.
I'm joking. But no, what got me into anime? I actually grew up in Japan. So
Oh, shut up. You're from the
I'm so
homeland?
they're from the homeland. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I grew up in my dad was military. And when I was about 1, we moved out to Japan. I stayed there for about 13 years. So
Oh,
like the
that's so
Dragon
cool.
Balls, the One Pieces, the Sailor Moons, all that, like I was getting it first. And
Hey.
I grew up with it. And crazy thing, Naruto started airing the year I left.
Oh,
And it was 2003. And I remember I was like, man, this looks so dope. And I moved to America and don't hear nothing about it till maybe 2005 or 2006 when they finally brought it to Toonami.
mm.
And I remember I was like, yo, this was that anime. And so yeah, it's so crazy to see how far Naruto's come from when I was just a kid, 13, 14 years old in Japan, to like this big juggernaut goat anime now. And yeah, I mean, I pretty much just fell into it just because I was out there, a part of the culture for so long. And I fell off of it for a little bit because I just got so caught up in a lot of stuff. But I got back into it and I love it. I love how popular it is. I love how mainstream it is. You have your elitists like, oh, this is mainstream. I'm watching this. And I'm like, I don't care. As long as you enjoy anime, that's where I'm at. So I'm loving all the attention that anime is getting right now. I'm loving all the mainstream success. The fact that a lot of the websites, I don't know if y'all heard about it, the websites like Kiss Anime and all that got shut down.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that and I hate it. I love it because it's like we're here. Like we've gotten to a
Exactly
point.
what you mean.
Yeah, it's like we've gotten to a point where it's like that people
You
are
don't
watching
have
it
to
so much.
bootleg
People have
anime
to.
before we're adults.
We don't have to hide anymore. It's open. It's on Crunchyroll.
Yes, and that's awesome. But at the same time, I would hope that anime excuse me, I would hope that anime doesn't get to a point where you have the wrong people trying to push us the wrong things, you know, because you see it all the time with like video games. We get video game adaptations that we ain't asked for.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I just hope that like, you know, Hollywood and amongst other entities.
Oh, they can't keep their hands out of it. Netflix, Death Note. Nasty.
I
Yeah.
watched
It was
it.
so bad.
I watched it and was just like, why? I didn't ask for it. I
Yeah.
did not ask for it.
I
Yeah.
just didn't watch it because I didn't ask for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
You didn't miss much. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was awful.
like if you never read or watched Death Note, then watching the Netflix adaptation is okay.
Yeah.
But if you
Eh.
know the original source material, you're like, why?
What is this?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's something that was kind of I was watching somebody else's YouTube video, one of my friends' YouTube video about how when they make things live action or they do remakes of stuff that we know from our childhood or whatever, it's like we want it to be what we remember, but why though? Because why would you make it live action if you're just going to do the exact same thing? So them making it different and changing things, it's obviously to appeal to not us. So it's like
Exactly.
it's
I
not
know.
made for us. And so if we hate it, it doesn't really matter because it's not for us. We had ours, you know?
Yeah, they're trying to introduce it to mass media. They're just like, like
Yeah.
wrapping it up in a package. Like, what do you think of this? And
Look at
you know,
this thing.
yeah, and
They
average
water
people
it
are like,
down,
all
like that
right.
Dragon Ball movie. They water it down a whole
When we
lot
don't talk
where
about that. We don't
it's
talk
not
about
even-
that.
not even recognizable.
We
It's
don't
not even
talk about that
recognizable.
Dragon Ball
Yeah.
movie.
Oof. Oof. Yeah.
It's the best example of something that never happened.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, definitely. Jesus.
No, Lydia,
Hmm.
Lydia, what got you into anime? Like, what got you into the culture?
Yeah.
What got you wanting to like openly express like this is your thing?
Yeah. Well, like in Canada, we had this TV channel called YTV, and it was for like it was kind of like youth television. I don't know, whatever. I think that's what it stands for. But anyways, so YTV after 3 p.m. they would always play like Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball, right? So like you'd come home from school, you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna get my pizza bagels, and I'm gonna watch my Sailor Moon, right? So like we would just like it would be like so fun, and like so like it'd be me, my brother, my sister. We'd like all watch like like Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball together. I learned this later in life, but like my mom was kind of a weeb. Like she used to watch like not Rocket Man. What's that called? Astro Boy. She's like,
Okay, okay.
yeah, she used to watch that, right? So
Dang.
that's why she would let us watch anime. She's like, oh, I remember this from my past, right? So
Oh.
and then there's also this really big anime convention called Anime North. It's like huge. Like I've been going to it since I was like 12. So like the first convention I went to, like my mom sewed like a Sailor Jupiter costume, and I was all like, like walking around. But yeah, it's just like since like a young age, I've always been like into anime, and then like I've always like been one of those people where just like if there's no path, I will forge a path. I'm like, ugh, you know what I mean? It's like I brought Pokemon to like my elementary school. I was like, look,
Wow.
this guy's named Pikachu, and they're like, you're so stupid, Lydia. That's lame. And then like a year later, they're like, Pokemon's the best thing ever, and I'm just like, screw you guys. That's what I said last year. Like, you know what I mean? I'm always like ahead of the curve, and like people are just like, you're so weird, and then like the next year it'll like catch on. It's like so dumb. But then like in high school, like I started my own anime club, and in college I started my own anime club, and then like I live actually nearby a cultural center like 2 blocks away, and I started an anime club there in my
Wow.
olderness. I look young, but I'm not that young. So I started an anime club there. So but obviously because of COVID, we're shut down, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I'm just like I'm such a nerd. I'm such an otaku nerd. So yeah, that's attach it to my blood.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's good though. Like honestly, it's back then, especially if you were super into it, not just curious, it was kind
Yeah.
of hard to like get other people into it. Like
Yeah.
you talking about Pokemon, like I was fortunate enough to be in a situation where like everybody was kind of into it at the time when it was popular. But when I moved to America, I kind of had to stifle what I knew and what I liked because it wasn't commonplace for anime to
Yeah.
be expressed. And it's always interesting to hear other people's stories of how like they jumped into anime or how they introduced others to anime because for a while it was kind of like a ceiling that you had to kind of break through.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah. I always wanted to be like that otaku friend that I wish I always had. So like that's why like I try to like encourage everyone like in my community because even like the younglings, you know what I mean? I'm just like, like keep drawing, buddy. You got this. They're like, I don't know how to do hands. Like that's okay. Keep practicing. Cause like you know what I mean? Because like I just want to be like the otaku mama. Just be like raise the nerdlings. You know what I mean?
Otaku senpai.
Otaku senpai. Yeah.
There we go,
That's what I'm
senpai.
talking about, man. Y'all are definitely welcome to the Otaku village. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So, with that being said, we move into another topic, especially since we're talking about breaking through ceilings and having other people accept who you are as lovers of the culture. Women in anime have definitely been given the gatekeeper treatment
Yep.
in
Yes.
more ways than one. And I want to know, especially from y'all, since I have y'all here with me, are there any stereotypes for women in anime that you have acknowledged or that you want to debunk, or there's something that you want to address in its entirety? It's just some things that you've heard about women that are in the anime culture or women that like anime, or just things that you're just like, hey, cut it out, or things that you're like, you know what, yes, this is us, we're here. Just what are your thoughts about like just stereotypes or generalizations of women in an anime culture?
Okay.
We'll start with you, Mahogany.
Let me start off here with this part is that in general people think women nerds didn't exist, or if we did exist, we were really ugly, weird looking trolls who live in the library or something like that.
Oh wait, we got another one. Hold up. I'm gonna re-ask the question. I'm gonna re-ask the question since we got a new challenger.
Oh,
Hey,
Wait,
let's
they're
go.
coming, they're coming,
Oh,
they're
they're coming. Like it's the Zelda. Come on, we
Come
got,
on, Ty.
come on, Ty. We in there. We waiting.
It said the
Is your
audio was connected.
Are you doing
Oh.
just audio or are you doing video, bud?
Hello.
Typing?
Yo,
Oh,
we got your
Hi.
audio. Where's your video? Where's your video?
Oh, snap. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I
Oh,
was in
snap.
the wrong time zone. Give me 1 second.
I'm just gonna fill
What?
my water bottle, so just give me like 2 seconds.
No, you're good. You're
Okay.
good. You're good.
Oh,
I'm chilling.
jeez.
It's a great time. Take a bathroom break. Guys.
It is. It is. We in there, and we're still rolling. So I don't care. I'm not editing this out. This is real raw.
My keyboard is so dirty.
Give
I
me
like the realness and the rawness of this. Plus it's
Yeah, I
more
was like,
content.
oh, I hope somebody else comes in soon.
It's more content. It is what it is. It's more content.
I like when we have more people, man. It's fun.
Finax.
Give me one second. Well, while Ty can hear you, so go ahead and repose that question for us.
Well, I want Ty on the camera. I want to see everything,
Well, face that.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
I didn't know it was video.
Welcome back.
I got a bonnet on?
What do you mean you
Oh
didn't
my
know it was video? I put it in the
That's
chat.
why we
I
asked. We
just-
asked twice to make sure.
Somebody asked, but then I never read the answer because I don't get notifications unless we're all tagged.
Oh
I
my
don't get
god.
notification either.
I
Not
tagged
even
you. I
had
tagged you. Don't you do
Okay,
that.
you know what?
I
I was
tagged
also
you.
watching
the
Fire Force.
answer.
Just
so
put
my
on a
bad.
hat and a bra. You'll be fine.
Oh,
Just
forget
put
a
the
bra,
bonnet on.
shorty.
You gotta
Did
fix
you
the
say
hair.
nah, no bras out in this piece?
I'll
He's like,
cover
yo, I'm
it.
throwing on a sweater and a bonnet, and y'all gonna take me as I am.
I almost
That's
forgot
literally-
too. Like I had to read the answer because I was about to get in my
Joking.
jammies and just not be on camera.
I look.
Oh,
Look,
nah, I'm
normally
getting my
I would do an
my
audio.
people.
Normally I would do an audio, but it's like one of those like, let's
It says this for also for
Let's get some
YouTube.
pretty women on this channel. That's the
Yeah.
truth.
That was
Hell yeah.
the intention. I
Oh!
just,
Shoulder, you know.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. That wasn't the intention, but I'm not mad at it.
Okay,
Oh my god, that's
Take
funny.
your time. Take your time.
I forgot I had Zoom.
Are you gonna fix this in post, right?
No, look, honestly,
It's-
I'll
I'm
leave it
doing
all
the
in. I don't
Zoom
care.
thing.
I will leave it all in.
For,
I don't care. More content for the
for-
folks. You feel me?
I'm just
This
looking
moment
for
And speaking of more content,
Stuff
you know what I'm
about-
saying? Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Schwag
stuff about
Gaming and
cosplaying and
Music.
convention.
And I will have
Okay.
the audio versions of this
That's
on
supposed
my
to put
YouTube
my
channel.
video. But
She's
I look
talking
like
herself
I'm
through it.
talking over the promo. All right.
oh crap! I'm sorry. I talked over the promo. Subscribe to the YouTube. Yeah,
And-
subscribe to his YouTube, y'all.
And if you
Okay.
want to see more of the podcast, just let me know. Anyway, if you want to be a part of the podcast, go ahead and hit up the Patreon. That's patreon.com/Otaku Village. Or if you just want to chill in the Discord because conversations will and shall be had in the Discord. Yes, we have Ty, who has finally appeared in the Zoom.
Yeah, an
Introduce
hour
yourself.
later. My bad. So
Introduce
hi,
yourself.
I'm Ty. I'm
I
from
look like
Minnesota.
one of those,
I'm not really a Vikings fan. I just have this hoodie.
It's all right.
I've been watching anime since I was very young. My mother got me into it. It's really hot now. My mother got me into it. She plays video games and she watches anime. So she used to do a lot of stuff when I was younger. We used to watch Saturday cartoons together. We watched Princess Mononoke, and it just
Hey.
took off from there with Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. You know, she got me the video games. We played together. And even now, you know, we still watch anime and stuff together. So.
Aw.
I
There we go.
freaking love this. She didn't need to hear none of the before questions. She just caught up with everything.
That's
we
what I'm
don't-
saying. She like she
Yeah.
jumped in, like she's
Girl,
already in there.
goddamn Star
She's in
coming
there.
up in here
Yes,
looking like one of
girl.
them high people memes. Like, you know, they got the sweater off and they're like, how do Tyrannosaurus just do whatever with their little arms? She like she about to say something like that.
Funny,
Yo,
I
do
love
you-
dinosaurs. But okay,
Yo,
go ahead.
Ty, do you have any social medias that you want to highlight to the people?
Promote yourself.
I have a TikTok. My name's K-pop Thought.
Wait a minute. K-pop thought? You know I'm finna follow
How,
you.
how do you spell that?
How you spell it? How you spell it?
K-pop. THOT. It's not thought like I talk about K-pop. No,
There
it's
we go.
thought like I thought for K-pop. Yeah.
Wait, is it Hokage?
Yeah, Hokage with 2 E's.
Yeah, let's go.
There we go.
Let's go.
Yep.
Also, my K-pop
Sorry.
sister. Thank you very much. More K-pop lovers in the house.
Don't
Yeah,
tell me that.
I want to start posting more stuff about stuff that's not within the groups because you know them groups getting younger and younger, and I'm
Yeah,
not
I
getting any
just stopped
younger,
posting that.
so
I just
I want to
stopped
start
posting that.
posting more music about older artists that older people can relate to.
I don't know what y'all
One
talking
who
about. I'm
debuted in
19
the
years old,
past
so I don't
few
know what y'all talking
years.
about.
You're
So
You what?
I'm
Oh,
All right, moving on.
you're
Let's not talk about.
19?
This is not about
no, I'm
K-pop. It's
not
about anime.
19.
Oh, I was about to say I
Oh,
gotta
thank
go.
God.
I am far from 19, boy. I'm telling you.
Oh my god.
I was about to hang up.
I'm
This is not my atmosphere.
You're too young for me.
like, get this child out of here. Like, no. I wish I was 19 again. Well, I tell you, my
Yeah.
knees hate me. But
I know.
Oh my goodness.
all right, so getting back into it. Now that we're finally officially back into it, we have another challenger in the match. What I was speaking on, we were just speaking on what got us into anime, and it was a perfect segue into stereotypes as far as women in anime, or in anime culture. What are some stereotypes that you want to debunk, that you want to address, acknowledge about women in anime? Because you hear it all the time. You see a lot of gatekeepers. A guy asks you if you like anime, and he wants you to list 10 off top. So um my question to all of y'all are like, what are some things in the anime culture that you hear or you see that you just want to, like, all right, address, like, hey, like, let's go ahead and debunk this, let's go ahead and throw this away, or like, hey, we see it, boom, bam, starting with Mahogany.
Oh, sorry. It like broke up. I was like, did he say me?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did.
It said
I did.
starting with me, and I was like,
No, no.
that's me, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mokage.
I started off saying, what did I say? I said how
We
they
don't
imagine,
exist.
yes, that we don't exist, and if we do exist, we're ugly trolls that live in the library.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that happened because girl, okay, the difference between women and men, I'm gonna do like this, women and men in our youth, is that we don't necessarily become fanatics over stuff the way that they do, to where we start becoming like, this is everything is Dragon Ball, oh, I'm gonna scream, I'm gonna Kamehameha you in the middle of the hallway. We didn't do stuff like that. So I think that's why they didn't think we existed, because we were not elaborate about our fandom. Because I growing up, like, I didn't think of anime and cartoons and stuff like that, and comic books as like a thing where I'm all like, oh my gosh, I like this thing and only I like it. It was just one thing that I liked. Like, I like the color blue. It's like, I just like blue, so I'm gonna wear blue. It wasn't something where it was like a big deal to like it or not like it. It wasn't something that took over our entire lives. But when with boys, young boys, they tend to, be more outspoken about the things that they like, and they kind of talk about it all the time, and it's the obsessiveness that comes off as weird when you're younger. So I feel like that's why, it's because they didn't see it being thrown at them like, oh my gosh, I like that too. That because of that, they're like, oh, you didn't like it then, you didn't like me then. Like, no, you were trying to bite people like you were a vampire from the one manga you read, and that made you weird. And
Oh
apparently,
my
like,
god. The
we didn't like you
vampire
because you're a
phase.
creep, not because you like things, okay? And we've always been here, so that was one thing, that we are here or whatever. But because of that, that kind of starts with, they're all like, you don't like it, you just like it now because it's popular or whatever. I'm
Yeah.
like, no,
Yeah.
just because we're talking about it now, it's like we found our places where we can talk about it more, and we can like, oh, hey, this was just a thing that I liked that I didn't think anybody else liked, and I wasn't resentful of that. I was just kind of like, oh, this thing I'm gonna like by myself. It wasn't a big deal. We didn't put that much feeling, well, personally, that's what it seems like with me and the other women I know in the community. It also goes into cosplay as well, because we'll cosplay a character from an anime, whether it's well known or not, and then a guy will show up and be all like, oh wow, so you're blah 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 from what anime, do you know about this or that, or oh,
Oh my
you're
goodness.
what is it, somebody dressed as Hinata from Naruto, and they said to some ashy commented under her beautiful picture and said,
Some ass.
your leg band is on the wrong side. And
Oh man.
we're just
Oh,
like, dude,
man.
she's taking a picture in the fucking mirror. Are you stupid?
Right.
Oh
Where's your
my God.
cosplay, bud?
It's
like,
the
Oh
it's
my
a
God.
mirror. It does this. It's a
It's a whole thing.
flip.
It's a whole thing.
It's a
Yeah.
flip. It's like, how dare you? First, I was like, how dare you? It's a mirror. We're all like, is he stupid? He's stupid. And we will literally shame you out of our spaces because we don't play that. We'll shame you
Facts.
right out of the space, and we will make you. If you hate women, you're gonna hate them more because we will shame you right out of here.
Big facts. Big facts. I don't mess with y'all women in anime because y'all
No,
will get somebody to F up out of there quick.
we'll hurt your feelings up in here. We like what we like, and we don't care how you feel about it. Snaps.
Yes,
In
girl.
That's
a
what I'm
Dragon
talking
Ball Z
about.
formation.
Dragon Ball Z formation. Get out of here. You cut that out.
What y'all got? Who else got
Sydney,
something?
Sydney, what you got? What you got?
Repeat the question for me because I was like enamored with her answer because I agree. But then I was like, I don't remember the question, so now I don't know how to answer.
No, I was saying that
Gatekeepers and things. Um,
Stereotypes.
I know one of the things that like I heard a lot, like people were like, "Oh, well, you're only watching it because your husband told you to watch it." And I was like,
Yeah.
look,
Boo.
he introduced me to something that he cared about. And because I cared about him, I got into it. He did not make me obsessed with it. I did that on my own time. That was all me. Yes, he was like, here's this door. You can knock on it. I didn't knock on it. I busted it down and I took over the whole house.
Kool-Aid Man.
that
Oh,
was-
yeah.
that was me.
He's
Oh,
already in the
yeah.
house. He's already in the house. He just pointed at a door inside the house that she was already in.
Yep, I was like, this is my house now. He doesn't even know how deep it goes. I was like, you created a monster and you have no idea. And like that was just that question gets me, or that answer gets me all the time. Oh, well, you only like it because he told you to like it. Not
Facts.
true. And
Facts,
I
facts,
like
facts.
he and
Yeah.
I don't even like any of the same things. The only one that we have watched together was Naruto. Everything else I have watched entirely on my own. He likes a lot of the mecha, like AOT, all that kind of like, and if it's like has to do with a video game or mechs, like that's his thing. I'm like, yeah, I've watched a couple, they're all right, but I do all the other things, all the other things. And the other one that kills me is that when people are like, oh, well, that's a shonen show,
Oh
that's
my
a shonen
gosh.
anime, that's targeted towards teenage boys, or oh, it's a shoujo, oh, it's a slice of life. Look, it's a good story and I'm going to enjoy it. I want
Exactly.
it to make
Shut
me
up.
cry. I want it to make me laugh. I want it to be in my feels and I enjoy it. And a lot of these, like even like My Hero Academia, I have laughed and cried over that show so many times. I'm up to date with the manga. I've started my kids on a lot of these shows. My son's in kindergarten, and as he's learning to read, one of the books I have given him is One Piece Volume 1. And he is,
Trying to get him in the One Piece train.
I know, he loves it. And
He's only just born.
They've totally cosplayed as the Mugiwara pirates and they love it. They're like, Mom, I was Sanji for Halloween or like whatever. And like, so it's for everybody. And that's one of those things that kills me when they're like, oh, slice of life is girly. Okay,
Your
why
mom's
don't you just
girly.
get in touch with your feelings and enjoy the story? Oh my goodness, like that's one of those things. But overall, like, and it's one of those things, like I work with teenagers and I can't tell you how many times I've had a strange teenager walk up to me and be like, I heard you were nerdy, can we talk about something? And then they open up and you'd be so surprised what these teenage, like they're going through a lot of stuff right now. It's
Yeah.
hard to be a high schooler right now. And so if that's the door that opens up being like a counselor and a coach and all these other things, I'm happy to be the nerdy person that they can come and talk to. So I will look up anything. I've had a girl not even on my team come up and say, hey, I heard you were into anime. And I didn't watch the show she named, but I went and looked it up just so that like I had something to talk to her about because I was the only person she knew, the only adult, a trusted adult that knew what she was talking about. And I was like, you know what? I don't care if it's what I'm into or not. I'm happy to go look it up or watch a couple episodes so that like we can have a connection because
That's how
they don't have that. You'd be so surprised how many of these kids are just so isolated.
Yes.
Even now that it's popular, they're still like in their shell. I'm afraid to talk about it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
true. It's so true.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's crazy, man. And you know, it is it's crazy to even to this day that like there are still people that like feel that there's something about anime that can't be talked about. And
Yeah.
I'm like, seeing how openly accepted it is, I'm like, dang, we're still in this mindset that like we still can't talk about it.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
that's different. I don't know. I don't understand it. It is what it is. Ty, Ty, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
Um, for me, it's when black women cosplay and
Mm,
they try to make it into, and I don't want to use the term ghetto, but they take the character and try to make it into a more urban name. Like I saw these black women cosplaying the Power Rangers, and they were like Rain Geishas, or when they
First of all, I know exactly
cosplayed
which cosplay you're talking about. The Power
when
Ranger
these girls,
one.
yeah,
terrible.
they cosplayed Goku and they called her Gokisha, or
I hate
when they
Oh
have
no,
different hair,
stop.
when they have like when they do an afro instead of a short hair, they add that quote unquote spice to it because it's a black woman. Like, no, she's cosplaying Goku or she's cosplaying whoever. You don't need to call her Gokisha. You don't need to
or
call them
Negro
Yeah,
Goku
that's terrible.
or
Yeah,
right.
that's
You don't
Afro Goku. That shit
right. You
yeah,
don't
pisses
that's
need
me
to
it.
do
off.
that because when black men cosplay and they put their dreads in it or whatever, it's cool. It's cool AF and it's hip and we're always here for it. But when black women cosplay, it becomes something else and
Yeah,
they have to the audience or whatever, they have to add their own spin to it, which is completely unnecessary. So that's one thing that really bothers me. Or if a woman does the cosplay and she adds her little spin to it, makes it a little more personalized, maybe it's a little sexy, or she makes it a bombshell. Like I did a cosplay once where I did like a bombshell Yorichi from Bleach,
hmm.
and the feedback was just like, Yorichi would never wear heels. Okay,
Oh
Disgusting.
gosh.
Ashes.
like, right, but this is something. What if Yorichi want to go out? Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
You didn't write Yoruichi. You can't say what she would or would not do. You
exactly.
know.
Like, what the heck? She ain't fighting all the time. She got a life. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's another way of gatekeeping,
Yeah,
is
definitely.
negatively commenting on somebody's way of doing something because you feel like you know more about it.
Yeah.
Um, so that's one of the things that bothers me. And then another thing
Tell him.
that bothers
Dish.
me,
Another one.
Tell him.
yeah, I'm coming out with the hits, okay?
Ra
Check my
ra ra ra
mixtape
ra.
because I'm dropping it. Um, is when we do cosplay and it does reveal skin, it it becomes, oh, you're doing that for male approval. Do you see me? Do you think I really care what the men think?
I'm telling
I
you
look
something. These
good,
cons be during the summer. It is 90 degrees in Atlanta
right?
during the
I'm
summer.
not about to cosplay as an Akatsuki member and it's hot AF. No, I'm not about to wear that robe. Heck no.
If
I'm
you
about to
above 46%,
wear
let your
like
thing thangin'. You know
I'm
what I
got my
mean?
booty out in this robe. No, no.
exactly. I'm gonna do something. It's still gonna be the cosplay, but I'm gonna also make it relevant to what's happening the seasons first of all. And when we do that, oh, it's for male attention. It's yada yada yada. It's no, it's not. It's for this cosplay competition that's paying $5,000 for whoever wins.
It's
Turn up,
Yep.
turn
it's
up,
for
turn
it's
up,
for because I
And
know I look damn good. How about
turn
that?
up.
absolutely, like I took
Period.
pictures
I
for
look
me
damn
and just thought
good.
to share it with y'all. You're welcome.
Like exactly, you're
Hey,
fucking
baby.
welcome. You ungrateful whores.
Oh, this is what you're watching on YouTube, kids. That's a you thing, baby. I'm not with that. But you gonna enjoy it.
That's a you thing.
Um. So yeah, I think those things bother me is when they try to add the name to it, or when we show some skin. What do you need help? What you need help with, son? No, I'm not about to pick you up, baby. You did. You can sit down. You want to sit by me? We can sit next to each other. How about that? You can sit right here. Oh my God, big baby. Sorry, my
No, you
son.
good. You good. We
Um.
got people with kids and cats and all that good stuff, so we're good.
Oh, awesome. We're not the only one, babe. You just scratch your face. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. What
You
happened?
good.
you did scratch it. You can ask, hold on, you did. Oh, you okay? Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. So yeah, those are my
No.
things. My things
Is he
are
okay? Gosh.
he okay. He really scratched himself and he got a scratch on his hand too. And I don't know where he
Baby
scratched his coming
claws.
from.
Babies be having claws.
Definitely. Like who got you, baby? Who hurt you?
Heck.
I mean, he ain't crying, so I guess he good. That's how I rate it.
That's
Bleed a little bit, but
that's
I
like
guess
no
he all
blood, no
right.
foul. That's what we
But it's all right. It'll be going a little bit. Put a little
Right.
spit
But
on it.
yeah, and then as you mentioned, the woman who spoke before me, I'm sorry, I don't know nobody's name up in here, is the gatekeeping and they're saying, oh, women who like anime don't like us, you know, they don't like black men or anything like that. Okay, no, we're not. It's not because you like anime, it's because you straighten your hair and you don't shower. Like, it's cool to like anime and take care of yourself. It's cool to like anime and get a manicure and a pedicure. It's not reserved for women. It's cool to like anime and wear deodorant. Like,
Oh my
imagine.
God, yes.
Imagine. You know what I'm
Imagine that
saying?
your body wash is not also shampoo. Imagine.
Imagine using something older than or different than Old Spice. Imagine.
we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that when we hit
Oh.
conventions. When we hit
Yeah.
conventions.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We're
okay.
gonna
my
get
God.
into that when we hit
That's a
conventions.
topic.
That's
Yes.
that's one of the later topics. We're gonna get into that.
Anybody
Okay.
else?
Lydia, any
What's up?
thoughts? Where are we at with it? Where we at?
Gatekeeping and stuff. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Men think they know the plant. No offense to you, Schwag. You seem lovely. But like, oh my God. Like, okay, first of all, cosplaying as a fat person apparently is like the number one sin on the internet. I get so much shit all the time. Like, you know, just because like, I don't know. Like it pisses people off. But it's just like, guess what, guys? You clicking on my video is giving me views. So I don't know. Sorry, like not to be rude, but it's just like there's so much like you're not that size. You shouldn't be cosplaying this person. You know, like, I get that all the time, and I think it's stupid because cosplay is about like having fun. It's not about matching the character exactly. I mean, if you can, great, but if you can't, like, what's the big deal? Like, so like I just don't bother with it. Like, I feel like I have to carve a space out for me because like it's so hard to be a plus size cosplayer because like, you know, it's just like those like, you know, like those like Chinese websites that make cosplays, like none of them are your size. You have to like beg them, you have to like private message them and be like, hey, you know, can you please make this for me? And they're like, oh my God, okay, perfect example. I had to like beg like one place to do like a honeydew may. I'm like, can you please do a honeydew may for me? I'll pay extra, you know, and it's like, these are my arm measurements and stuff like that. So like they thought I was so fat, they made the hat like this big. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this? I'm just like, my head's not fat, it's just me. Like, I'm just like, oh my God. So it just like existing as a plus size person is difficult, like in the cosplay world. It's just kind of annoying. But like when it comes to like men, I mean, like there's this like perfect comic. I don't know who the artist is, but like there's just like, it's like like a lady and a dude, they're talking, and then the guy's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then the lady's like, oh yeah, that. And then the man will be like, what man told you that? You know what I mean? And you're just like, I like, really?
This is
really?
my phone.
Sorry, Ty.
I'm sorry. Mom.
Mute.
I'm on the thing.
You might want to mute yourself.
Ty, you gotta mute
Oh,
them.
yeah, that's a good idea. I'm a mute. I'm so
Okay.
sorry, y'all. My mom and my son are arguing over her phone.
Oh no. Okay, sorry. But yeah, just essentially they're just existing. Like I don't exist and like stuff like that. And then like I feel like incels like blame women, just like, oh, there's no nerdy women, and you know, I'm an incel, screw you. And you're just like, that's not cool, bro. Like we're here. You just maybe some of you are dicks. I don't know. It's just like crazy to think that like it. Do you say it goes both ways? All right, my husband is eavesdropping. What do you say it goes
Hey,
both
talk
ways?
about y'all. Get out.
This ain't about you, sir.
This ain't about you. This is our, see? Men be menning.
Men in media. Oh, okay.
Joke's on you. A man's running it. No.
Men be man.
I don't know. I just, yeah. I mean, I guess sexism. Okay, yes. Sorry, dear. The sexism does go with both ways. However, in women in anime culture, I feel like there's a lot like stacked against us. You know what I mean? Just like one, we don't exist. If we exist, we're ugly and gross, and not worthy of love or affection, and that's BS. So because like I mean, I will. There's love for everyone. Like there's someone for someone. There's always going to be someone for someone. You just got to look. Definitely. You know what I mean? Like PewDiePie had to go to Italy to find Marzia. Like it's just like there's love for everybody there. Anyways, so don't be so salty, men. We exist, and please don't gatekeep us because we need more women in this. And I think there is more women. I think they're just like hiding because like
drink water and stop being salty.
Yeah. So with that being said, do any of you feel the need to move differently in anime culture? Do y'all feel like y'all need to, do things outside of yourself to be accepted? That type of thing.
Absolutely not. I'm not going out of my way for nobody to accept me. I like anime. I like video games. I like it enough to keep doing it. And if people don't accept me or respect me for it, then that's on them. You missing out. I'm fire. I'm cool AF. But I'm not about to change how I do things or try to be more appealing to the public eye so that I can get compliments or feel accepted. Like, no. You don't gotta like me, you don't gotta love me, but you will respect me or I'll clap back, period.
There we go.
I, for one, am quite the squishy, self-conscious about my image, everything type person. So sometimes I do get quite intimidated by the idea that I'm going to get these kind of comments and stuff. So, for example, like if there's an anime that everyone's talking about, like Assassination Classroom, everybody loves that, and I haven't seen it, but I just when people start talking about it, I just don't say anything. I'm like, I'm just gonna stay over here and not say anything so that they don't know that I haven't seen it because I don't want to hear, oh, you're not a real anime fan if you haven't seen this. I just don't want to hear it. So I just avoid. There's certain things I avoid because of that. I don't want to hear that shit.
Like, and there's like thousands of animes. How are you supposed to know every single one?
Exactly. There's so many, and I'm like, I haven't come across it yet. Like, I just wasn't there at the time. I missed it.
I have noticed that like when a guy hasn't watched an anime, it's like, oh, go ahead, watch it. You know what I'm saying? When you get time. But when a woman hasn't watched anime, it's like, oh, she ain't.
Oh my god,
she ain't into it. Like yeah, there.
You're not a real fan.
Yeah, it's much more scrutiny. On y'all end than it is a man's, because it's like, okay, if he hasn't watched Assassination Classroom, it's okay, he's watched Demon Slayer. But if y'all haven't watched a certain anime, it's like, oh, y'all just in it for clout, or y'all are, y'all ain't real fans or something like that. So it does that get to y'all, or have y'all had that experience?
Absolutely. I'm sorry, I keep talking first. It's because I want to hurry up and mute myself.
No, you go ahead.
No, you're like 45 minutes behind. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay, great.
Every time you ask a question, there's a gap of empty space where nobody's saying anything. So you got to jump in there.
Okay, perfect. So, honestly, I used to talk to this guy long ago, and we were talking about Pokemon or something, or we got into the conversation of Pokemon, and he really asked for the name 50 Pokemon. I did, and then I blocked him. And I feel like when we watch mainstream stuff, we're considered posers. Yes. And then when we don't watch mainstream stuff that doesn't have a big following, we're not really into anime.
Yeah.
Like, it's a double-edged sword. And either way it goes, we end up getting stabbed. If we're not into the mainstream stuff, like I'm not into JoJo at all. I can't get into One Piece at all. I watched like the first season of Bleach, fell in love with Yoruichi, but that was it. Like, and I've actually had people come to me and, oh, then you're not a real anime fan. Mm-hmm. What? Sir, have you watched Unlimited Blade Works? Fate Stay Night? Sir, like, and then you can go back and forth with, oh, I've seen this or I've seen that, but it doesn't make any sense to. But I feel like it really is a double-edged sword. If you watch the mainstream stuff, you're doing it for clout. If you don't watch the mainstream stuff, you're not a true fan. There is no middle ground when it comes to what you watch in anime.
I've been questioned about the anime stuff before. Like, I was on dating apps for a little while. I hate dating apps, so I was on it for like a week. But I want to be like, hey, I like anime. Like it's one of my descriptions. But they're like, oh, you watch anime, and they're like, name your top 10. And I'm like, first of all, 10 is a lot, and I can't even think of one. When people ask me, it's like, name your favorite songs. It's like I listen to a lot of fucking music.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of anime. You want me to name? So and then now I feel like I have to answer this question. So I'm like, okay, I named 10, and then they're like, okay, and I'm like, you're not gonna tell me which ones you like. And so I'm like, okay, which ones do you like? Name your top 10. And then they name the most basic shit that has no flavor. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you don't even have, they can't even name 5. And the shit pisses me off. And I'm like, well, you're just gonna go. But aside from the questioning thing, to go into like cosplay, that's also a questioning thing. You like I said, how you be a character, and they're like, oh, you don't watch that. You're just doing it because you've seen it everywhere. It's popular. I'm like, so what? If I just like the way it looks and I want to wear it, so what?
Exactly.
No, I don't know this character's name.
Exactly.
What you
Or
gonna
like,
do about it, punk? Huh?
like
An essay about
piggybacking
it.
off of that too is, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but piggybacking off of that
I heard you. Go ahead.
is,
That's my stop.
when it comes to like the anime, and then they do name something extremely basic, or you don't know what they name it. Again, they go back to calling you a poser or things like that. And dang it, sorry, I got sidetracked by my son's video. Okay, go ahead. Once I get it back, I'll put it back out there. I'm gonna put it into the
No,
universe.
she lost it.
What is
Lydia,
it? What was I gonna say?
Sorry. Okay, can you repeat the question again, Schwag? Sorry.
Well, basically,
What was I
just like, do you find yourself moving differently in the culture? Like, do you feel like that you have to adjust how you appreciate anime based on what other people accept, or like, do you feel like you have to, repress certain things because of what somebody else is saying? Like, we're like Mahogany was saying, where other people are seeing Assassination Classroom and she hadn't, so she's just like, all right, well, I'm out of the conversation because she doesn't want to be seen as like somebody who's not of the anime culture or doesn't know. I mean, do you ever like get into situations where you've had to like suppress what you know or how you feel, or even just like have to like move around certain situations
Yeah.
just so you're not called into question or have to face scrutiny?
Yeah. I think like when it comes to like my family, like I come from like a very Italian family. They don't give a fuck. They don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So like my dad is like off the boat Italian. You know what I mean? So like if I were to try to talk anime with him, he'd be like, whoosh, you know what I mean? So like anytime it's like family dinner, like I don't talk about like anime because like he just barely knows my name. But I'm kidding. But it's just like but like with like regular everyday people, I'm just like here it is. I'm the nerd. Like, I mean, there's my like checkies from like our local maid club here. Like, this is me. I wear it on my sleeve, like whatever. But like, yeah, when it comes to my family, it's just kind of different just because like I know that it's not their thing. They won't understand it. But when it comes to like, like if I'm at a workplace, I'm like, hey everybody, my name is Lydia, and my favorite color is yellow, and this is the anime I'm currently watching. Like, it's just like, I don't know. Like I'm unabashed with the public, but with my own family, it's just like I'm a little bit more reserved. Like even like when I do like sexy cosplay, I like kind of keep it from my mom because my mom's like, why are you doing this for men? Are you doing this for men? And you're like, no, mom, I just want to cosplay. Jesus Christ. So
I'm doing it for money. Mind your business.
I'm also getting money. Like I mean, I wish I was getting more money. Like I feel like my Patreon, like how much I pay for a cosplay and how much my patrons give me, like does not. Like I'm just like it's more like what's it called? Like not like a love hobby. What's that called? On Shark Tank.
Like passion project or
yeah,
like...
project. Yeah, it's more like a passion project because I'm not like oh yeah making money. I'm just like, oh, this wig put me over. Okay, shit. Always next month. Come on, guys, please subscribe. Yeah,
please subscribe.
I know, right? Yeah.
I feel that. I definitely feel that. Sydney, I have a specific question for you based on what we've been talking about so far. Being that you're married to somebody that got you in anime or kind of like opened the door up for you to watch anime a lot more. Do you ever at any point feel the need to immerse yourself in more anime than him because of maybe the conversations that's being had in the culture?
Not really.
Okay.
I have, like I said, like I am definitely the bigger anime weeb, but he's definitely into like PC gaming and Xbox gaming and all that kind of stuff. So like we both enjoy a lot of nerdy things together, but we also like there is an us stuff and there's a not us stuff. So we definitely like I definitely have more anime history than he does,
Okay.
only because I'm a stay-at-home mom. So when we have snow days or rainy days, or my oldest just started kindergarten, so there was a lot of days that I was like, "We're gonna watch a show, guys. Buckle
Oh,
up. We're gonna power through an anime today." Like, so
Bonding.
yes.
we're
Now,
gonna bond over things you don't understand.
now, it's funny that you say that because I don't know if you've ever been in this situation, right? You said you're more the anime person in the relationship than he is.
Hmm.
Um, I went to a video game convention with
Ooh.
my girlfriend, and we both entered in a Tekken 7 tournament.
Uh
And
oh.
Tekken, like I love Tekken. I've grown up with Tekken, but honestly, like I said before, she got me back in anime. She also got me back into like fighting games.
Aw.
So we go to a Tekken tournament and she's whooping ass, right?
Yes.
And somebody turns to me and says, "You taught her well." And I was like,
Ooh.
Disrespectful.
and like,
Wow.
I didn't think I would get so mad at that, but I did.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Good.
I was like, no, dude, she got me back into Tekken. I didn't teach her anything. This is her game. This is her game. So have you ever been put in a situation where it was like you felt like you were put in on the back burner, like your guy was the one that like, hey, that's the real nerd, that's the real otaku, that's the real weeb, like any of y'all, like have y'all ever felt like that?
Does this woman belong to you, sir? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, definitely. And like we went to a convention and I cosplayed. My kids cosplayed. My husband is like the king of introverts. This man, you have to like pull him out of his shell, out of the bedroom, kicking and screaming and clawing. So he did not dress up. I had a cosplay for him and he was like, no, not happening. Which is fine because that's not who he is. And I would never force him to do something that he was uncomfortable with. And he was standing there with all of our kids and there was my outfit and somebody, okay, I did the season 1 finale She-Ra, so the full battle armor, the cape, the sword,
She was
everything. And it was bomb. I was so proud of my outfit. And like somebody asked him, you did such a good job making her outfit.
Oof.
What kind of business are you in? Do you make cosplay? And he was like, first of all, I've never seen the show. I have
Oh man.
never picked up a needle, never used a sewing machine. I don't even know what that thing is made
that's
of.
so
And my
wild.
wife did it off the fly. I had never done a cosplay, and the fact that it turned out as good as it did, I was like, you know what? For a first attempt,
For a
it was
noob.
pretty badass. So, and he
Good.
was like, he wasn't even like, he didn't even know what to say. He was just like, you really think I made that
He's
just
like,
because I'm a dude?
Yeah.
Like they honestly thought he made all of our outfits. And he was like, no, I work 18 hours a day. I'm not coming home to make jack shit. Bless his
to
heart.
play
Like,
devil's advocate, they probably only thought that because he was the only one not wearing something.
right,
Because in the community, like people who like cosplay or know anything about it, they see someone in cosplay and they assume that person made it or they had it made.
right.
God forbid you
That's
you don't
such a
make your own
weird,
cosplay. You get excommunicated.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like I said, I that was the first time I've ever encountered it. Like this is literally the first relationship I've been in where like me and my partner were like fully immersed in like anime, nerd culture, um, and like it's a mutual thing. Like we got matching Totoro onesies, so
Oh, that's
Oh, that's so
like
cute. It's
so,
my kid's favorite movie right now. They want to watch it every day.
yes. So like it's
Love
it's
that cute
it's
shit.
it's fun, like having somebody that I'm with that like appreciates anime, and like she like loves it more than I do. Like she'll suggest stuff, and I'm just like, all right, like we'll watch it.
This is why I only date nerds, man.
I'll end up falling asleep on it, but she'll be up till 2 in the morning, and so like it is what it is. So yeah, moving forward though, as we talk about moving within anime culture, another form of moving within anime culture, of course, is the convention realm. I don't know how many of y'all have been to conventions. Have y'all all been to conventions?
Yeah.
Convention.
Yeah, I've been to a couple conventions.
Okay, so I've been to a few conventions. I'm fairly new to the convention realm. I didn't even know it was as big as it was where I'm at, specifically in North Carolina. Um, I'm curious to know what your experiences are. Mahogany's in Atlanta. They have Dragon Con out there, and amongst other things, what y'all got MomoCon out in Georgia too? Is it?
We have MomoCon, we have DragonCon, we have Anime Weekend Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
We have Seishun Con, which is still kind of a new one, but it's pretty popular because it's like the only one that's not during the warmer seasons.
Okay.
Well, no, Anime Weekend Atlanta is now during Halloween, so there's that during a cooler season, and then Seishun Con is in January.
Okay.
I want to say January. I got into the cons when I was in college. I was still in like maybe my second year of college, and I had a friend who was like, "Oh, there's MomoCon. Let's go to that." It used to be, it was at the time where it still wasn't as enormous, where you could walk around most of the areas without a ticket.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
LobbyCon.
Yeah, let's go.
LobbyCon, my ass. LobbyCon and like outdoor con. It was great. So the next year I went dressed up in my first cosplay, and I also ended up becoming like a volunteer photographer for the con, and that segued me into being a volunteer photographer for Anime Weekend Atlanta, which now I have to go to everything. So I go to BlurredCon, which is in DC.
DC, yes.
I go to DragonCon sometimes, and Anime Week in Atlanta and MomoCon. I go to those two every single year. But yeah, cons are shit. Cons are something else, man. It's somebody else talk about cons, because I'm gonna take this whole podcast. Somebody else talk about cons, please.
Let's go, Ty. What's your experience with cons? You said you've been to a couple, so like a couple, like maybe 3, a couple like maybe a dozen. Like where we at with it?
I tried to go to at least 3 a year, and I've been going to cons since I was 18, so almost 10 years now.
Okay.
I'm not doing the math. I'm no good at it, but yeah. So my experience is sometimes I do cosplay. I remember I did a Catwoman cosplay, and that was fantastic. The people, excuse me, I'm talking. The people were very nice. Like it was great. But then there are times where I go to cons and it's not so great. I have seen some women, who, like I said, they dress a certain way, they wear their cosplay a certain way, and you can hear people talking, and saying what have you, negative comments. That's just nature of the beast, I guess, when it comes to cosplay. But as I mentioned earlier, one of the issues that I do face is just it's a tight area, it's hot, and it stinks sometimes. That is the absolute worst thing. So of course I'm always coming with a backpack or something I can throw to the side so I can freshen up. So I figured, I guess a piece of it. I know you guys. So it's not yours. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go. No. Yes, I am.
Oh,
No, I'm not getting off the phone. I'm leaving them.
Okay.
That's crazy. So anyway,
love the chaos. It's so fun. I mean,
yeah, my mama and my son are fighting over her phone because he using it, but she want her phone back. So I'm gonna sit in the bathroom.
Okay.
Okay,
good idea.
I'm only safe for a little bit. He can find me. Let me try to prop this up.
There we go. There we go. We out here. We out here. We out here.
This. Oh, it's better lighting in here anyway.
I love it.
So I guess you know, re-ask the question.
Okay. So pretty much like, as far as moving in anime culture, moving around and navigating, of course conventions are a thing. And just your experiences with convention culture and just moving about as a woman in whatever anime culture, whether
Hmm.
big or small, like what experiences with stories, for everybody in general, tips or tricks, like because
Tips.
there are a bunch of newbies, whether it be male or female, but specifically for this podcast for women, if you got any like tips or tricks of moving around, open to cosplay advice as well, since some of you have cosplayed or all of you have cosplayed. I'm assuming all of you cosplayed, right? All of you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, so all of you, like, if you have some like cosplay tips, go ahead, throw that out there as well. I kind of lumped this section up into two: convention, cosplay, put it together in a
If I
myriad.
have to get up, I'm whooping your ass.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So,
Um.
Didn't.
all
So
right.
I guess a tip, girl. I understand though. Woo. But I guess a tip would be bring a bag or a backpack or a satchel or something with you. And if you can, bring a friend as well to take pictures,
Handle.
to to help carry that stuff in that backpack. Put deodorant, put lotion, okay? Bring a change of clothes because if you're trying to if you're out of town and you're going to a convention and you don't want to be in your cosplay the entire time because people, especially if it's a decent cosplay, people are gonna come up and they're gonna want to take pictures. Hence that friend who can hold the phone, hold the camera. Because taking selfies sometimes is just not as great. You don't get the whole cosplay in it. You got to work on angles, blah blah yada yada. So bring somebody with you who's okay with doing that stuff. For me, I bring my mama because she loves it. She don't cosplay, but she loves going to conventions. Um, and then in your bag, like I said, bring water because convention food is expensive AF. So bring you a snack, a Lunchable or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring you some deodorant because, like I said, it gets hot in there. Bring some lotion and bring you a change of clothes from when you don't feel like cosplaying. Because I did Catwoman, and that's a leather suit, and it's tight, and I had to whip in some thigh high leather boots, and
That's
it's
Ooh,
hot.
yes.
insane.
It's hot AF, and then I had to cowl on too because I did the Eartha Kitt. It's hot. So
Ooh.
um, I had to bring a change of clothes, and then buy from the the vendors. A lot of them are they
In
got
that
they
dealer's
got
room,
their
watching the
comics.
vendors.
Yes, buy from the vendors. It's all cool to go there and join the competitions and
Buy the art.
take the pictures and see the yes and see the cool cosplays and stuff like that. But the conventions are also for the vendors. They're putting themselves out there. I got
They
a
make their money. They make their rent in that con, man. That's
Yes,
the big money.
yes, it is so important to buy from vendors. And a lot of times they're really sweet and flexible too. You buy one thing, they're like, okay, I'll give you the second one for half off and the third one's free. I've gotten that so many times because they want you to be like, hey, this dude's got some deals over here.
Dap them up.
A
Bring them
lot
a
of
bottle
my
of water. They will love
absolutely
it.
they give you their cards. My entire Instagram, I follow vendors and I'm sharing their stuff and I'm posting their stuff.
Look, I'm telling you,
Um,
I got a backpack full of cards, bro. Like, I'm telling you, man,
and,
it's crazy.
that's important too. If you are going and you want to rank up your following, bring your cards because you can sit there and tell somebody, "Oh, follow me," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll do it later." Then I forget your name. Bring a card. You know what I'm saying? So that you can pull it out your bra or whatever. If that's
Mhm.
wherever you got space,
Bras the
here's my
best
card.
pocket.
No, I'm saying like
Exactly.
it's not just my cards, it's other people's cards. Like I'm in conventions, like people just throw me cards, I throw it in the bag, like
That's
it's
Come back
awesome
with
Well, I
so
mean,
too.
many
like
goddamn cards, man.
with COVID though, like how is that gonna change? Because I mean, like,
no.
because people
Oh,
don't
that's
want to touch
right.
stuff. I'm
Thank you,
sorry. I don't
because
know.
Then
that was literally my next topic,
Oh,
but you
sorry.
wanted to jump
Oh
ahead.
no, don't jump, don't jump. No, because no one else got their
Wait, wait. I
answered.
got
No,
one. I
that's
got
a
really
really
cosplay tips too.
Yeah, yeah. Let everybody else talk
Uh,
first.
I'm sorry. Okay, then I'm almost done because
No,
I
no,
just
No, you
ramble. So you
finish.
guys
Finish
got
first.
me.
Finish
Ty
I
first.
say
finish.
you are
I
like
don't want you to
32
change the
minutes
topic
behind,
yet.
so you might as well talk.
Okay.
Don't want you to change the
So
topic yet.
So yeah, bring you your own drinks, bring you your own food, bring cash. I mean, there are vendors out there who do have those little card readers, but there are some who are like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm new to this and I can't afford one of those right now. So make sure you carry cash in a safe space. Again, the bra, if you've got one of those, so that you can buy from vendors. Like I have so many shirts, I have comics, I have actual like graphic novels and things like that, all from conventions. So I guess my three big tips or whatever have you
It's about to do
is
tip countdown.
bring your bag.
Tip
Yes,
countdown.
bring you a bag to refresh your makeup, to
Get your
change your
bag.
clothes and stuff like that. Yes, bring the bag. Buy from your vendors, and if you can, carry cash with you so that you can support the vendors who don't have those card readers and stuff like that. Oh,
Cash is
sorry, fourth
also
tip.
so cash is also so you don't overspend like a psychopath.
Yeah,
Budget.
I gotta move money. I have to put like money in my check and then put the rest of it in my savings. And then I do have that time where I'm like, okay, I could just move this. Yeah. Discipline is also a big deal because you will empty out the bank at a convention easy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So there you have it. That's my 2 cents.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
That's what I'm talking about. I love it. I love it. Anybody else? Anybody else got some like convention like stories, tips,
Wait,
advice,
I have some
anything?
unconventional tips.
Yeah.
So some what is it? Some things that you're gonna probably learn the hard way is pay very close attention to what kind of underwear you wear.
Yes.
Oh.
All
Because
right, y'all. I'm out.
for one, underwear lines are not always sexy in some of these outfits. It was so weird. And some people wear underwear that's too tight. So you got these weird shapes happening.
Yes.
Okay,
Also, in case of emergency accidents where you pop a button or a seam, it would be nice if your underwear matched the rest of your outfit.
Mm.
Oh.
Like I have my Harley Quinn cosplay. The pants sag a little too low for my liking, so I have a Batman comic book page print
That's so
panties
cute.
that can just stick out above there, and it's like, oh, they're like your underwear showing, and I'm like, what does it say? Holy musical Batman? What is it?
Ha.
That's like a really important tip. Other tip is put some Dr. Scholl's in them shoes.
Mm,
You're gonna be doing a lot of walking, a lot of posing, and with poses, have in mind what you're gonna do when people ask you for a picture.
yeah.
You need more than one because sometimes people want more than one picture.
Mm. Okay.
And know your boundaries when you go to a convention because there are lots of different types of people at conventions. Quite a few of the majority are have things like OCD or anxiety or mental disabled, all kinds of things. You know,
ADD.
ADD. They
Yeah.
have um, um, autism. There's lots of people who are like that. It's just very, very common. So you have to be very, very aware of your surroundings. People don't like to be touched. People don't like photographs, even though they're dressed amazing. That doesn't mean they want their picture taken.
Cosplay is not consent.
Cosplay is not
Yes.
consent. There will be a butt naked woman walking around, and she does not
Do
want
not
you to
take
take
her picture.
or touch her.
Dang,
Or
really?
her or him.
No, no, no.
Yeah, those. But like also like if somebody's like just has something where you're like, this person's kind of weird. They probably are kind of weird. There might be something wrong with them, but you just have to be very, understanding of that situation. These are very specific things, but they're also very common at a convention.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people, and our swimming pool of people tend to be those types that needed anime in a time when their life was really hard,
Yes.
who needed
Yeah.
comic books, and who found conventions and cosplay in a time where they needed it the most. uh Cosplay, anime, music, these things save people's lives
Yeah.
when they're doing
Absolutely.
Legit.
so
Legit.
it's a place where we're here to be kind to each other and to have a good time together. So just be very aware. If you're having a hard time or whatever, you need to take a moment and step to the side because you don't want to ruin anybody else's time.
No, exactly. Yeah. I have like one thing to say about the deodorant peeps. So like I have like I have a sweat condition. I have like a medical condition. It's called hydrodentus suppurativa. So I'm actually like allergic to deodorant. But just because I am doesn't mean that there's nothing else that can be done, right? So like I actually have to like switch deodorants. I have like this $20 deodorant that I have to use, and I shower every day, and like like if you have like a really good like terry cloth washcloth, that stuff's good. Like don't use like the plastic loofah, they don't do crap. So like I feel like for those people who like really are like because I mean there could legitimately be like health concerns why they can't wear deodorant. I mean aluminum is very dangerous for your health, but like there's a lot of like alternatives. There's natural alternatives. There's like other things that you can do. Just shower every day. Not only will you feel good, like you'll just you'll smell a little bit nicer in the con.
Sometimes
Because like
their diet too. Because
that too.
Convention, you don't eat real food, and
I know, and that's the thing.
comes
Like,
out of your pores, man.
I know it's true, honestly. So yeah, I mean, like just because, like, if you are like I feel like that's probably like a 1% of people are allergic to it, or and everyone else is just not washing. But I don't know. But like for the people who are, what I mean. But for the people who are allergic, there are alternatives. So don't you're not alone. I got this too. But just shower every day, put on $20 deodorant, and then you'll be fine. Yeah, honestly. But okay, so I mean that is kind of like one thing, and yeah, bring snacks, stay hydrated. I mean, there's so many people faint at our conventions, like. So like
I
sometimes
get nervous every time somebody faints. Oh my gosh!
I know,
like,
right?
Is it cocaine? What is it?
Cocaine convention?
Or like heat
overdosing, or are
party.
you dehydrated? What is it? What time is it?
I mean,
Yeah,
I know personally for me,
yeah.
it's probably dehydration because I
Yeah,
day drink like
I'm like it's 1 a.m. Is it drugs?
I day drink like it's nothing at conventions. Like I ain't gonna lie.
It's like it's a different life there because you're there with like your fellow otakus. Like you're never like conventions I look forward to. Like that's what I consider like my vacation for the year. I have like two conventions that I go to. I go to Anime North, which is like a very scheduled, like you have to like book shit a year in advance. It's all kind of annoying. And then I have YetiCon, which is like it's like a resort convention. It's like, oh my god, it's like a vacation, and everyone's like dressed in cosplay, and you're like, I'm home, my fellow nerds. Like, oh my god, I just love it. Yeah. I miss conventions. That really cut hard this year. It hurt a lot.
Exactly. We're gonna get into it.
This was a good time for a break, actually, of conventions.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, that too.
Oof.
I have another tip.
I don't know. Tip.
Okay, go ahead, Ty.
So I know that you can't wear deodorant, Miss Bunny Ears. I don't know anybody's name. I'm so sorry.
Lydia.
But
Lydia, the name's on the screen.
Hi.
Like Beetlejuice.
I can't see the names on the.
Okay.
There you go.
Jesus, sorry.
In the corner.
No, it says recording in the corner. Oh, snap.
Yeah, that's him. That's Schwag.
That's
wrong
me.
corner. The other corner.
Okay. Baby, that's not. I said ice cream.
He found you in the bathroom.
She knew he would. She knew he would. She said it. She called it. She said he'll find me here.
Oh no.
For those of you with thick thighs.
Yes.
And you got a couple of rows, you look super ultra soft lavender. You look thick, you know, you sweat. So my cosplay tip, I know you say you can't wear deodorant, baby powder works too. Put it under your boobs, put it in the thighs, put it in the rows.
Yes.
Put it in there. And then what?
Or
Help
baby
with
powder.
the sweat.
Titties,
Yes.
he's sweating.
Put it under there. Put it in the middle. Put it underneath. Lift them up top to bottom. All right. Get them in the rows and put it in between them thighs. And I tell you.
No matter how hot I get, I don't sweat like that. But under the boobs and the thigh place, the thigh rubbing.
Mm-hmm.
Even during the summer,
It'll
I
help
wear
with chafing and sweating.
Deodorant.
Water.
I have a pair of like
Everyone
silky
helps so much.
shorts that like just kind of glide against each other. That's
smart.
like
Yep.
Fabric. Smart.
Yes, it is game changer. And
we're
put
letting
some
you in
fabric
on all of
softener
our
in your
lady
luggage.
secret Schwag. Sorry.
I'm loving this. I'm letting y'all go because I'm like, this
They
is
have titties too, though.
this is something.
They sweat under
Yeah, they
that,
sure
too.
do. Maybe having them chesticles,
They
put
be having
deodorant under it.
chesticles.
Put deodorant up in there.
Yeah.
Handle
Hit
it.
it real quick.
Handle
And I don't
But-
care how black you are. If you're doing shirtless in the sun, put on some goddamn sunscreen.
Oh man.
Yes,
Oh
that is big
man.
too.
Oh man.
Put on sunscreen.
Yeah, that's important.
You're gonna be
for
out
real.
there.
Don't be
Especially
baby
those-
oiling and then going into the sun like you're not gonna
We're
get
going
skin
to-
cancer.
Yeah.
Don't get fried.
Absolutely.
You're not funny.
Absolutely.
Sydney, did you have any cosplay stories,
Love
tips,
that,
advice,
Sydney.
anything?
I think the best advice that one of my friends actually told me, two pieces of advice. One, sometimes you just have to walk away from your project and come back to it. Because if you start to get frustrated or things aren't working out or it's not turning out how you thought it was going to, the longer you sit there and look at it, the worse it's going to be. So if you
Yeah.
start to get frustrated, just get up, go take a break, go take a walk around your neighborhood, go do some jumping jacks, go watch an episode of whatever show you're watching, whatever, take a break, step away. And the other one was that cosplay is supposed to be a journey. You can't step into cosplay and be like, oh, this is the first time I've ever made a costume and expect it to be top tier, winning all of the awards and people like freaking out about it and whatever. Like it's they're stepping stones. Your first one might not be as good as the second or third one that you make, and you would hope that your first and your 10th one are totally different and that it's gone up in such a level. Like, I mean, our first cosplay as a family was okay. It was okay, but that was several years ago. So
Okay.
now here we are, and I have a whole crew to dress, and it's so exciting. But it's also it's a lot of fun to see, these costumes that I've made for myself and now for my family, that they were okay to start with. People knew who we were, people got the gist, but now it's, oh my God, you guys are whatever. Oh my God, your kids are supposed to be this or that, and like it's an automatic response versus that first one, like, oh, you guys are, what are you guys supposed to be, what are you
I
guys,
hate that.
you know
You gotta crawl
so,
before you walk, right?
yes, exactly, and they're stepping stones. So it's okay to be a newbie, it's okay to be a beginner. It's Everybody's got to start somewhere.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of starts, that kind of reminds me of my first cosplay. My first cosplay was just this red kind of kimono type cheap ass dress like thing that I got off the internet, and I just went to con with that on. And so a couple of people asked me like, "Oh my gosh, are you Inuyasha?" Now let me tell you something. I was wearing all red, but it was like a kimono thing, and then my hair was like a fro. So I was like, "Yes, I am." How do you know? And
As a
then
matter of
and I
fact,
got a white wig, and then I got those ears that I was wearing earlier. If any of you saw the ears I was wearing earlier, and then
yes.
that one cosplay has evolved so much to now it has contacts, it has claws,
Ooh.
it has all kinds of shit. It has become Lady Inuyasha because I'm like, why the fuck not?
Woohoo.
You say
Yes,
who I am,
girl. Yes. You know what?
That's
Just you got to
awesome.
start with closet cosplay, and that's okay. Like it just to gather pieces. I mean, like as like a fat person, like that's what I have to do a lot of the time. It's just like because I cannot sew for shit. I tried. I have like I can't do it. I can't. I like those people who can. God bless you, but I cannot. So like I have to like literally piece together things. Like even like I My Hero Academia, like like the gym uniform,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
literally, like because I'm so fat, like they don't make it in my size. So what I had to do is I had to like get like like those Russian guys who like wear those like it's like hello comrade, and they wear like the sweat like the sweatsuits,
Yeah.
right?
Stop.
I
I
Stop
got
what?
it.
And I was like, oh
Oh
yeah,
no.
hello, you want to buy what? No, I'm kidding. Like, but anyways,
yeah.
but those guys who wear that, right? I got one of those, and like, because guy sizes is just like, oh, you're chubby, here it is, friend, and then the woman is just like, you're fat, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean?
Oh
It's so like,
no.
so I got one of those, and I got like painter's tape, like like automotive painter's tape, and then like I got like a bunch of like white paint, and just I made my hero gym uniform. And
That
Oh,
it's
job
nice.
fucking done.
yes, because I can't
Do
sew
it.
for shit. So, anyways, but it
Do
worked
it.
out. It worked out great. So, yeah, you just got to be creative. Just got to go outside the norms, do your thing, have fun
Yeah,
with it.
Have fun
definitely.
is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Definitely. And and having fun, especially coming into this next topic,
I know
a
this.
lot of fun for a lot of us has been taken from us. If
Yes.
just if we're gonna be honest with the situation right now, COVID-19 has pretty much shut down a lot of what we got a lot going on right now. I'll briefly go into my situation. I literally had an anime convention and a video game convention going on the same weekend. I like got time off. I was ready to go,
Yeah.
and like North Carolina was like, nah,
Like, I don't
we're
think
good.
so.
Like they canceled the NCAA, or is it the ACC tournament for basketball? Like it was just like little by little, like we're just looking at our phones in March, February, March, and just watching thing after thing get canceled, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is, how has COVID-19 for y'all affected how you appreciate anime, how you come about, not even just like appreciate anime. I know conventions are for some people how they make friends. So has COVID-19 affected anything for you as far as like anything anime culture, any anime watching? Because I know for me specifically, um I actually tested positive at the beginning of
Oh
October.
no.
I tested positive at the beginning of October. So I
Mhm.
had the whole 2 week quarantine. And that was my time to like binge whatever I wanted to binge. And I ended up, weirdly enough, I ended up watching Avatar for the first time ever.
Oh, okay. How was
And
that?
it was
That's
amazing. Like
good
I'm
stuff.
not gonna lie
What
to
you
you.
talking about?
No.
That
Honestly,
little quarantine.
Avatar has been something that like has always been on my
Yeah.
list.
Same.
And then like I grew up around it, like people watched it, boom, bam. But when it jumped to Netflix, everybody was on top of it. So I was like,
Yes.
I'm gonna watch Avatar and see what it was about. So I watched Avatar. I got into Korra, Legend of Korra, and I was
Mm.
like, all right, cool, in there.
Congratulations.
So how has
Legend of
COVID
Korra.
for y'all affected how you watch, appreciate, move in anime? Because I know for a lot of people, especially if you are a consistent cosplayer, if you are somebody that like is like moving around, being a guest, doing panels and moving about in your state or your region, how has it affected you? Has it affected you negatively? Has it increased how much you watch anime? I mean, is there any change at all? I guess that's the question.
Yes. I'm gonna just
Go
go
for
quick
it,
because my
Ty.
son is right there.
Hit it, Ty.
Um,
Do it now
hold
before
on,
he
hold
does
on,
it.
hold on. Levi,
Oh,
get no, no,
I
no.
told her to do it
Why do
quick.
you Destiny and Diablo? Seriously? And it's Destiny 2? No. You don't get
What? Wait
mommy's
a minute. The
games.
video games.
No.
Hold on.
no.
Oh, not
This is
Oh,
going
this
to be
one's
on
your
the audio
face.
version with no context. I just want to put that out there.
No.
Oh, you know what?
Oh.
The CDs are out of the cases.
The CD
Yes, go
video
get some ice
games.
cream.
Yeah, you had 'em.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
heart
let's get him
almost
some ice
broke.
cream. Okay, so
Almost
for
scratched
me,
the apple.
I do watch anime a lot more. Um,
Mm.
and the circumstances suck, but I like that I get to be home. I'm home a lot now. That gives me time to look at cosplay. That gives me time to figure out how I want to execute each cosplay. I've been more involved online now, meeting more cosplayers, joining more groups on Facebook, finding more things on TikTok. I like just got TikTok, and the cosplay and anime side of it is popping. So,
Yes, I love
I'm
TikTok.
This
meeting,
book.
yeah, it's Lydia's a titty. I'm meeting people and stuff like that, and I'm planning. I'm making a lot of plans, and nothing's definite because nobody know with the Rona,
Yeah.
but networking as well too, and it's giving me time to get to know the characters as well because like when I cosplayed Catwoman, I knew her from the movies, but now
Mm.
I'm really getting to know the characters and like she said about poses, I'm learning more about how they pose in the
Yeah,
comics and
you
stuff
gotta
like
pose.
that so that my cosplays can be more authentic for me and then again for the people who enjoy them too because when I did my cosplay for Catwoman, I have this one guy in particular who was just in love with it. He's like, can I please take some photos with you? Yada yada yada. Can I follow you? Blah blah blah. And that experience made me feel so good about myself. And COVID is giving me a chance to really get to know the characters and to perfect that craft and to spend more time doing things that I enjoy, like watching anime or getting better with playing Cameo Street Fighter and Katana on Mortal Kombat. So I mean, it's giving me time to really, like I said, get to know the characters and figure out how I want to execute each cosplay and perfect that craft. It sucks that I can't go to the conventions, but I'm not just like, oh well,
Gonna be ready
I
for
guess I'm missing out. Exactly. I'm
Yeah.
getting ready for the comeback. That's what I've been doing. I've been working
Yeah.
out a little bit.
And the
I'm
it.
getting
comeback is going to be
sick up.
strong for a lot of people, man. A lot
Getting
of us have
sick
had
up in here.
a lot of us have
But
had a year off from, what I'm saying, convention and cosplay stuff.
mhm.
So I know the comeback's going to be strong for a lot of people. And
Yeah, like
go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say my brother got like 10 characters in Ultimate Smash. Like it's real.
Man, I'm telling you, when they start doing the video game tournaments and conventions again, like I'm in there. Like, what's up? I'm
You
trying to win it
heard
all.
me.
Trying to win it. I've been stuck inside the house. What's up?
For
Absolutely, I
me,
cannot wait.
for
That's what I'm
me,
talking about.
the quarantine, everything kind of has been both devastating and awesome. So on the awesome side, I have been able to keep up with all the new anime and everything, and I've been able to keep up with my webtoons. I was able to purchase my first play game system that I own, my first PlayStation. So
Your
got a
Team
little nice
Sony, what's good?
little stack of games, a nice little terabyte of games and shit. I've been playing.
Yeah, let's go.
I can stream now. I've been doing all kinds of shit, but it has been crushing for my motivation to do anything cosplay. I've been struggling to make anything. So I feel like why and when, and people who I want to commission like armor pieces from, they're like, we're not working right now, and I'm just like,
Oh
dude,
no.
I got no motivation for making anything. I got no motivation to stay in shape because when it was time, all the whole squad be like, y'all, we gotta hit this gym. Who's in the gym? We in the gym. I'm in the gym right now because we gotta do swimsuit versions of every cosplay. We gotta go do this cosplay, that cosplay. We gotta have our rave outfits. We gotta be looking good. I don't gotta look good for no reason. I got no reason.
Oh
I've been eating whatever the fuck I want to eat, just laying around. I ain't done shit. I've been on my
no.
ass, I tell you. So
Yeah,
Good.
hand me that Snicker burrito.
it's really hard to be motivated. Like
Hey,
my,
you,
my
you
cosplay.
only quarantine once, man. Hopefully, in our lifetime.
Wait. I feel like let me see
Yo
if I can
quo.
show you guys the state of my cosplay closet.
Oh
It's
man. Sheesh.
chaos,
Cosplay closet.
Ooh.
chaos in
Yeah.
here. Like
Yeah.
none of that stuff. All that stuff's just kind of sitting there. I haven't upgraded anything. I haven't finished anything. I
The fact that you
started
have
it.
a cosplay closet is impressive in its own.
Oh, thanks. It is life.
I think we all do, don't we?
Like
Well, like I have a Totoro onesie sitting in the corner over here. Like that's that's
my cosplay life
I don't have
revolves
a
like literally
closet.
the
I
whole
have
year
bits and
revolves around these
pieces all over the
cons,
house.
photo shoots, cosplays. We have a cosplay photo shoot we do every year for Black
Aw.
cosplayers, and
Nice.
it gets released in February for 28 Days of Black Cosplay. We had a fashion show we were supposed to do. We were going to be in the parade at Dragon Con, and we were going
Aw.
to have a whole thing. All this stuff got canceled. We didn't do
Mm.
shit. And there was a lot of things that were like my first, and I was supposed to step out with a whole bunch of shit, and it was supposed to be my year, and then it was not. It was no one's year.
2020 was supposed to be everyone's year. It's like, yes, 2020, my life's gonna change.
But you know what
Like,
they say
well.
about hindsight?
Yeah.
2020 vision, and But yeah, it's been awesome with me being able to be comfortable and kind of chill and vibe out and be away from the chaos and be away from the busy life. So I've been able to relax. And there were some things that happened where I'm like, I don't really want to see these people at con. I'm not ready to deal with this or that. So it was a nice, beautiful break where I could just figure out, what's next. So
Yeah.
that's me. Go, who else?
Sydney?
Yeah.
This was like we had our last con. My friend and I hosted a panel at our last con on March 7th before the state of Tennessee kind of shut down.
Well,
So
you know
it
what?
was
You know
like,
what? Speaking of which, I don't mean to cut you off, but like
no,
somebody
you're
that
fine.
has hosted panels, right? How has that been? And what are the panels that you host? Like, go ahead and like promote yourself. I want to hear about
So the last one that we did, my friend was the main host, and myself and another gal were kind of like guest speakers for our panel, and it's called Ask an Asian, and between the three of us, we have my friend who is full Thai,
it.
another girl who is half Vietnamese, and I'm a quarter Japanese. So
Okay.
between the three of us, between the three cultures, we are here to answer any of your questions, whether it's a genuine concern about going to these countries, anime related, whatever it is. And we do have two different sessions, one that is like kid friendly and one that is adult friendly.
Oh la la.
So we've had some questionable questions, but we've also had people ask us, I'm afraid to visit these countries. What is it really like? I want to travel alone. Is it safe? All, everything on the spectrum. So it is a ton of fun. And some people
Sounds
come
really
with
dope.
genuine questions that being growing up in these cultures, we never thought about things that we wouldn't even question
I think
because we were used to it.
Ty's son found her phone.
Oh.
Okay. What?
Oh,
Oh.
okay, she's back. Okay, never mind. Sorry, Sydney, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Like we were actually set up to host this panel for three different cons here in Tennessee before COVID really shut everything down. And they kept telling us, like, one was MTAC, which is the Middle Tennessee Anime Convention, and it's hosted in Nashville every year. And
Okay.
they were like, oh, well, it's on hold right now, but we're going to try and pull it together back in the fall when things blow over. And then fall got here and they were like, yeah, we might just wait till next year. And then, it's been a whole mess. So unfortunately, not as many panels as we wanted to have, but also it is so much fun. You have kids that ask you questions that, we're happy to be adult pillars in this community because, like you guys have experienced, like when we were growing up, it wasn't cool to be a nerd. It wasn't cool to be into anime or read manga or whatever it was you were into. So now
There was no
sharing
social
that
media
with
to
your
find your other nerds. It was
yes, the
whoever
social
was in your
media
town.
aspect, like, yes, and for a lot of these kids, like this past March we had one kid and he was like, I want to say not even 10, and he was like, this is the first time I've ever seen so many people who are into what I'm into. And so he had all kinds of questions and it was so much fun. And it's heartwarming for us too because they're getting to grow up in a culture that we didn't have, that is so
Yeah.
much more accepting and so much more open-minded.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's a lot of it's I always like, if you can host a panel about something that you're passionate about, go for it. It is absolutely incredible.
Now, with that being said, like, there's an aspect of being chosen for a panel that's like it's always fun and exciting, and for somebody that's I've also hosted a couple panels.
Me too.
Is there is for both of you, is there a nervousness that comes with it? Like, do you feel obligated to just like have the
Absolutely.
best information or give or do your best job? Is there a nervousness or anxiousness that comes with it?
Absolutely. And I think part of that is hoping that you do have the answer. And like, thankfully for us, it wasn't just me and it wasn't just my friend or this other gal. Like, between the three of us, one of us had an answer. We knew one between the three of us, somebody had the answer. So
Mm-hmm.
on that aspect, not so nervous about not being able to give the best information, but it was, I think, nervousness because there are some people who do ask the deeper questions and who do they I mean, we our panel was called Ask an Asian, and so we had people asking, being in anime, being into anime, like, have you dealt with sexism or racism? Because it was three women of all varying shapes and sizes. As Asians, I'm only a quarter Japanese. I've had people tell me I'm not Asian at all. I've had people call me a Jap and a chink and all these other words
Oh,
that things you would never say to somebody who might look more Asian than
say
me.
it to your face.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Wow.
And
What's
like
that word
growing up in
do?
school, it was
Oh.
hard because like I would hang out with the other white kids and they'd be like, well, you're not totally white. But then hanging
Wow.
out with the Asian kids, they were like, but you don't look like us. So there was this kind of like, didn't really fit in. So we got
Yeah.
questions about that kind of stuff. And it's one of those things like you get nervous because you're always like, well, what are they gonna ask me? What do they want to know? So,
Mm.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we always our rule is to just try to be as honest as we can, no matter what the question is. So
Video.
Oh, yeah. Going back to the COVID thing, it's like it hurt a lot because I'm a natural extrovert. I love people. I'm just like, give me people, give me people. So like my two cons is like literally the only two things I look forward to in a year. I don't go anywhere else. So it's just like it kind of like devastated me. And like I do a lot of like panels, like I mean like me and my husband, like we host panels under like the Dorkalicious brand. That's like our YouTube channel. That's like our kind of flag, or I don't know. Anyways, but
let's say promote it.
Yeah.
Shameless plug. Let's get it.
Dorkalicious, go to Dorkalicious. Dorkalicious, go subscribe. Anyways, but yeah, like we did like a panel about like, you know, AE86 Ghost of Mount Akina, because like we have like 486s. We're obsessed with, I don't know if you guys know Initial D. It's like a car anime. It's like
Yeah.
Initial D.
All right, yes, girl. Okay, so like yeah, we've done panels on that. We've done panels of like how do like you know, start your channel on Twitch. We've done that as well. I've done Yaoi panels. Like I've done a lot of panels. So like my panels are more like social than they are like, you know, like I guess like the only one that was like super structured was like the Twitch channel, like, you know, do this, then do this.
Yeah, I can understand. Yeah. I can understand.
It was like a slideshow. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah. So like, and of course, so like whenever people are in the room, I'm like, hey, it's Lydia. Here we are. It's like the Lydia show. I'm like, all right, I'm here. Let's talk, guys. All right, and yeah, I just like, I love that energy. I love people. But with COVID, I'm just like, I'm in my house more. Like, it's just like, I'm just like, where's the people? I went to the dentist and I was like, I saw a dentist. Like, I'm just like,
I saw a person in real life.
Seriously. Like, we're like in Canada, we're very, very like don't go anywhere unless you have to kind of thing. Right. So like, even like going to restaurants, they're like, oh, that person went to a restaurant. Ew. Don't touch it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're like super, like we're trying to keep the numbers like in control, but it's hard because we're already in second wave now.
Y'all doing better than us. Y'all good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. We're trying our best. I mean, Justin's got us covered, thank God. But
Bieber?
No, Trudeau.
No, I know. I'm messing with you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Justin Trudeau is very, he's on top of it. He's like, hey, you need money? Here's some money. You're just like, yay.
Bieber could do that too.
Well, but he doesn't. He's on vacation. Let's be honest. But yeah, I just like, yeah, I mean, COVID has negatively impacted me. I mean, I've had like, it sucks. It sucks because like conventions are like my thing. Like, I mean, even like, me and my husband Kenny, like we were getting so much traction from Dorkalicious. Like we were even being like invited as like media guests to stuff. So like we were going to a lot more conventions than we ever were. And I'm just like, oh my God, like it's happening. Yes. Whereas like, it's like, you know, the juggernaut, like the snowball effect. You're like, yes, it's happening. And then it's just like, no, COVID's like, stop it. Stop having fun.
How dare you be successful?
I know, right? I know. And like, I've gone to Anime North since I was 12, and I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I've been going for a long time. And like, I literally missed like a family member's funeral, so that I'm like, sorry, this is my weekend, and they're like, fuck you, and I'm like, I love you, bye.
You're not the first one to choose convention over funeral.
It's like, look, you're gonna be there when I get back. No, I'm just playing. I'm messing up.
You know, like, I don't know, not to be a dick, but just like, I'm just like, these are my people. I need to like not have some normie time. Like you guys, like I spend like 360 days with the normies. You know what I mean? I need my nerds. I need my people.
Call them civilians.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the muggles or whatever, right? So it's just like, it's like a totally different vibe when you're at a convention. It's just like, I know you don't act like you normally do. Like, you know, like people don't take care of themselves. People get drunk and wasted. People have crazy sex at conventions. You know what I mean? Not
we know
other people, but I just like yeah. So I don't know. I just miss that vibe. And like, you know, like young people getting into conventions and they're just like, oh my God, this is the first time I've been anywhere out of my house. And it's like cute to see those people. You're like, oh, life's gonna hit you in the ass, but just enjoy yourself while you're here. And then you have like the old fogies like me. I'm just like, there's a line at the Starbucks. Screw this shit. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, man, I miss conventions. I miss conventions so much. Yeah. It hurts. It hurts my nerd heart. But like at the same time, the only, I guess, positive I can say is that like, you know, I've taken time to like, you know, me and my husband, we're like watching anime together, like on the couch. And it's just like, you know, cause like, it's like, there's like that bonding time again, which is really nice. And then like, I'm spending a lot of time on my costumes. I mean, like, because I have Patreon, it makes me do costumes. Cause like, a lot of times I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to do it. But it's just like, people paid you, you better, you know, step up to the plate, you know? So you're just like, shit. So I gotta pull something out of my ass. And then I do. And I'm just like, oh, you know, actually that turned out okay. Like that wasn't too bad. Like that's like the only thing that motivates me to do cosplay in more recent times is just like, it's just like people are counting on me. People expect me. People need to fap. I'm kidding.
I mean, they do.
Ah man, it's what it is. It is what it is.
Stroke.
I left the resurgence of or excuse me, the boom of OnlyFans out of this one. So
There you go. See,
I
There.
left it out of this one.
It was
So,
Patreon, then it was OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Something else soon.
Yeah, I know,
but
it's just
Ty, has COVID affected your your moving around the anime, whether it be watching anime conventions, that type of thing?
Um, I answered, but I always go
Yeah,
again.
I
I
forgot
did want to say
Did she?
something.
Did she?
She did.
Because
She
She
was
did.
the first to answer.
oh, she
Yeah.
was. Yes, she was.
Yeah.
Of course, she was. Like I
Okay,
like because it was
Schwag!
like
Her
You
stuff
weren't
is good.
listening.
Her
I
shit is
am, but
something
like I'm
else.
just man,
I do want to
y'all.
speak on. Okay, mom, give me 1 second.
All
I
right,
do
you
want
know,
to
guys are
speak on the
breaking up.
racism, though.
Oh,
Oh,
Dish.
Uh,
Oh,
oh,
Yeah.
okay. See, I
so I
wouldn't
know
even
she
go
was.
there today, but let's get it.
Let's do it.
there's
Um,
enough
I know
about
she was
here.
speaking on her being part Asian. I took an ancestry test, and
Turns
it's
out,
mostly
I'm a
Congolese, but also Southeastern Asian, which I mean, I've been called that for a very long time. If you look at my baby pictures, and there have been times I've been called like Black Chan or Black Niece,
like
and
rapper.
girl, yes, Blackie Chan, like because you see that, yeah.
Trust me, I know.
So they come for me.
Hilarious.
Um, and when I was younger, I didn't want to cosplay because I thought people would be like, "Oh, you think you're Asian? Well,
I mean, I did.
surprise."
I,
Or you don't have the right skin for that. You don't have the skin tone to cosplay as somebody who has fair skin or pale skin. And because anime is Asian, but it's so nice to see that representation and have all of those all of those different characters and different, I like to say, flavor of people. Oh, that's right, you gotta pee, my bad. Of people in anime. Uh I am in the bathroom. I'm so sorry,
Okay.
mom.
That's okay.
But yes, I'm avoiding him. But so I faced racism as a black person too when I've cosplayed. I remember I did just something, a little Naruto thing, and one, oh, Naruto's not a guy. Boom, surprise, surprise.
Oh,
And then
crossplay.
two,
Yeah, people
all
get
the
so
time.
mad.
Naruto's not black.
Not all the
Really,
time, but when you do it, it is.
really.
Man,
Like,
what?
What?
Yes, I'm
so
black. You know?
so it's nice now when going to um conventions. One of the things I'm super excited about is cosplaying Michiko from Michiko and Hachin, and maybe doing a gender bend Ogun from Fire Force. Because
Oh, hot
they're
today.
so
I want to see it.
beautiful.
I want
Yes.
He is.
it.
He got a couple different flavors I like to try. But anyway, um, it's so nice to have that representation now. It's such a big
Mhm.
deal. And I have a son, he's 2, and one of his favorite things is Spider-Man, the Miles Morales one, because
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
looks like him.
Skirt.
Important for that. For that representation. So it's nice to see that anime is evolving in that way. And that just makes me so hopeful for conventions because my niece, she's 13, she loves My Hero Academia. Like, loves it. And she wants to do like an age appropriate, what's her name? Rumi Usigaya? Bunny girl. I know her first name is Rumi, but I don't know her last.
Okay. I'm like, whoop.
Um,
Bunny. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. The bunny.
so
Beautiful.
someone that she can
Oh, the
do.
bunny hero name's the bunny hero.
Yes.
Right?
I know who.
Uh, so that's another thing that I'm excited about when it comes to doing the conventions because I feel like, I mean, yeah, Naruto had the whole cloud with a bunch of flavorful people, so that's a big deal. But it's in
spicy.
the anime that I'm seeing today, it's a whole lot more prevalent than it was back when I was watching Sailor Moon and Cowboy
Mhm.
Bebop and all of that stuff back then. It makes me extremely hopeful, and I'm seeing a lot more content creators, especially on Webtoon, a lot of people of color in
Oh,
webtoons and
yeah.
creating webtoons,
The
you
more I
know,
can see
for
it.
more cosplaying inspiration.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
it's something else to be hopeful for. A lot more representation and a lot of more cosplay options where you don't have to hear that this character isn't black. Well, guess what they are? Surprise.
Yeah.
You
That's just
know,
specifically
so
brown people in cosplay. I mean, there's obviously
it,
other people.
oh my gosh, I get
The most thing
so
is
tired of hearing it.
we be sitting there and we post our little pictures being black and cosplay, and then here comes some pales. I'm just gonna say the pales of all types come through.
Hmm.
That character's not black, and I'm just like, they ain't white either. What are you?
They ain't white
Right.
either. They're
Exactly.
not even Asian.
Exactly.
White either. So what are you doing?
Exactly.
Exactly.
I'm doing. The
Exactly.
character's not white. You're not Japanese. No.
Exactly. And then it sucks that you have to remind people that it's like as much as you're mad at a character, or excuse me, as much as you're mad at somebody being black and portraying somebody, you're white and portraying somebody that's Asian. Like, let's talk about you.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
they don't want to
Absolutely.
have that conversation. They don't. But
No.
it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I hope that we get to a place, and this is within nerd culture in general, like, because you're gonna have your toxic folk, but I hope that we
Hmm.
get to a point in nerd culture where like everybody really truly loves everybody. Because I mean I see it at a lot of conventions. They're a lot more open than people realize, and it's convention specifically breed it on just like everybody loves everybody.
Yeah.
We're all
Oh
in
my
here
Hmm.
god.
together. We don't care
Yes.
what your background is. We don't care
Yes.
where you come from.
Shape,
Get in
race,
here.
age. Get
We
in here.
All of it. Get in
like,
here.
yeah, we
Exactly.
love you like that, and I love that about conventions, man. Like, we love everybody, and
Yeah.
that's what I want everybody to focus on when it comes to conventions. It's like, man, like, whatever BS you going on in your normal life, man, leave that outside. We here, we're trying to have a
Yeah.
good time. We're trying to have fun. Whatever
Yeah.
cosplay you come in, let's go. If your cosplay is
Yeah.
not that good, hey, go find some tips from somebody. Somebody knows something.
Yep.
I think that's what COVID's are also kind of changed now that I think about it, because the internet, their keyboard demons and trolls are everywhere, and people who like anime and stuff like that, they will say a lot of shit online through their keyboard screen, but when
Mhm.
you're in person, they won't say shit to you.
Not at all.
Yes.
Hmm.
I've seen it here and everywhere. So without conventions, now everybody's just saying what they want through the computer screen, and everybody's like having a hard time on their own side. So they're like, I'm gonna bully this motherfucker because I feel shitty. So it's become a little bit worse and a little bit harder to put out, content and feel good about it and without getting crazy comments. Because even the top
Yeah.
fucking cosplayers that I know, I'm like, yo, I can't believe they're coming at you like this. Do they know that your base eats people with spoons?
You said eats people. Ugh.
People with spoons, plastic.
Hmm.
Skirt,
So I'm like,
skirt.
they don't know. They're gonna get hit. They're gonna get hurt. They don't know. But in
Hmm.
I've
person,
seen a surplus of that too.
you find
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
group, you find your people, and you can hang out. You can have a good time, And if there's somebody, nobody's gonna walk up to you and say something out of pocket in your face at a con.
Yeah, no,
No,
no, no,
never.
no,
Never.
They're
no.
just unless they're
I mean,
so fucking drunk that they don't know what's going on anymore. Then they might.
Look,
I
look,
mean
look.
the
I tell
only
you, look. I have my
yeah.
drink, but I be cooling.
I mean, there
As you
are still
should.
snaky people. There are still snaky people at conventions. Like, I don't know, like there used to be like a forum called like something awful. This is like a long time ago. This is like early internet. Like, I'm dating myself. But like I remember like people would take a picture like of me at a convention and they'd upload it to like this forum and be like, "Look at this fat cow idiot loser." And you're
Oh
just like,
man,
"You're a piece of shit." But like I mean they don't really, so I mean like I feel like there's still snakes at conventions, but I mean, at least they don't
I don't
present it
see
to
a lot of
you.
that going on nowadays.
Yeah,
I see a lot of love. You know
I
what I'm
know. Yeah,
saying?
it's
Like,
more
I see
love than
a lot
hate
of love.
now. Thank
That
God.
has
Yeah,
been
yeah, yeah, yeah. I like, what I'm saying, no matter the size, the race, I see a lot more love than hate. Cause I mean, even with hate penetrates, the love is like, get the F up out of here with
Yeah,
that. Like,
no hate,
Yeah.
yeah,
like love radiates. You feel me?
I
Church.
don't
Yep.
I don't see a lot of cosplay hate. I mean, there
that's
is some
good.
cosplay where you're like, all right, bro. But then, like, we come on, we know it. Where there's some cosplay where we're all like, all right.
If you don't like
Like,
trash, I'm just not gonna say anything. Or I'm
Yeah,
gonna
exactly. If you don't have nothing nice to say, then just shut up. And again,
Hmm.
at the conventions, you don't hear it, but I'm in this group on Facebook, and they do share people's cosplays. And I remember this one girl, she did a storm cosplay, I think, and she was like in a squatting position with her back facing the camera, so you can see her assets.
it's about
And this one guy was just going in on her. I mean, and the thing, it wasn't even her. Somebody shared her cosplay, so I
Yeah,
know who
yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah,
talking
yeah.
to.
Yeah,
But
it's
I
like yeah.
mean, just going. And once the admins caught wind of it, because they're like, okay, why is this person commenting like a million times and nobody else has said anything in this photo? They cut him out.
Good.
Like,
Wow.
that was it. And then they made a public post saying, we don't do that in here.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, if
yeah.
you don't like it, you scroll past it.
That
But what we're
Black
not
Panther
gonna
meme,
do,
like we don't do that here.
yeah,
That's much
this is
better.
not the way, okay? Um, and they they let us know, and they told us like, this person's been gone. They did the screenshots, and they're like, this is what you don't do. So I feel like, especially now, I know COVID is making it hard for some people, especially who need that interaction with people, to
Mm.
step out and defend themselves. But when we do have those keyboard trolls and stuff, I know that I've seen a lot of instances where people are like, what you're not going to do is that.
Yeah,
This
Mm.
is
yeah,
what
yeah,
we're
Thank
not
God.
going to do. And I'm one of
yeah.
those people. I know there's this dude, and I'm going off on a tangent here, pardon me, but there's this new
There you go.
K-pop group called Black Swan, and one of the members is a person of color. She's a tall, beautiful black woman. I think she's from Senegal. Her name is Fatou. I can't pronounce it. Pardon my mispronunciation. Yes. Um, and there's people in the comments when they post something on TikTok who, of course, got something to say. And every time they do, I'm there. What you're not gonna do is that. This fandom will fight you. Like,
Good. Mm.
period. Because this ain't Rainier or Rania or whatever it was before with
Exactly.
Alexandra Reed.
They tore her
This
up on that
this
group.
ain't that. Yes, they were terrible. This is not that. We're not gonna have that again. So I
Yeah,
feel like, now, especially in 2020, that's just what people say. It's 2020. We're not doing that no more. Like,
Good.
we're all
Hmm.
going through something. We're all suffering from something. It's hard on everybody out here. What we're not going to do is make it harder by bullying online.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
true,
look at
true, true,
yourself
true.
Not
and
the
go
year
see a
for
therapist.
bullying. This the year we eradicate that bullying shit.
Yes.
Like,
Yes, that is a problem, especially when people feel like they can get beside themselves because it's online. Okay,
Mm.
these hands ready to eat for everyone. We can all be keyboard warriors. You
You
got
said
something
the
negative to
hands
say,
are
I'm coming
ready to
back.
eat for
like,
everyone.
Good.
like,
Good
mental
Like,
time.
health for me, it's the big forehead for me. I was like, it's the shut the fuck up for me.
absolutely. And I'll be right
Yeah.
there too. And I'll go back and forth. I got time, baby. I'm working from home. Let's go. I got time, and I'll make time if I don't have it. I'll put a pin in it and come back. For real,
Oh
for real.
no.
So,
And the notification
Time.
gonna be like, what they say now? What?
Oh
you
my
know,
Don't post
so
it.
god.
Don't
I
post
am
it. I will
uh,
flame your ass.
absolutely. And even after you done, I still got something to say until you block me, because what you're not supposed to do is rain on somebody's parade because somebody peed in your Cheerios. Clean your
Oh
Hmm.
my
bowl and move
gosh.
on.
I
Yeah.
love it.
So
I love it.
I'm one of those people. I don't care if I don't like the cosplay myself. I don't care if I'm like, now, sis, that wig is not it. I'm not gonna say it, because why? For what? What is that gonna do? I'll say, hey, if you're looking for a better wig, try this place.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna sit there and put somebody down when they're hard, or like at their hard effort and their hard work. And if I see it, I'm gonna say something about it.
Hmm.
Period. Full stop. No commas.
There you
Yep.
go. There you go. Well, ladies, I would love to talk to y'all all night because y'all have provided the best content. I completely love it. This is amazing. I completely love it. But of course, the podcast got to come to an end at some point.
Oh.
It's got to. So with with
Body
that being
sound.
said, I mean, any of y'all have any like closing comments? Because like y'all, like I said, y'all have provided so much good content. Y'all have
Of course I do.
opened the world up to
I love
our
when
mindset.
I had all good.
So what's up? What's up?
For me, do what you want with your own body. Put whatever cosplay you want on it. Put whatever nerdum gear you want on it. Put that headband on and keep it on. Do them when you're bumping nasties. Believe it. Do whatever you
Man, I
want
can picture stuff. Shut the
with your body. Okay, be proud of how you look. Be proud to step out in your cosplay. Be proud to rep that it's Naruto and your favorite character is Naruto, and you'll fight anybody who don't like it. Stand up for yourself. And I know that's so hard when you're introverted or you're by yourself and you've been by yourself and you don't have a lot of people in your corner. Be in your own corner. Love who you
Hmm.
are and continue to have that self love and that self care. It's so important. Don't let nobody tell you you can't cosplay someone because of your size or the length of your hair or the fact that you wear glasses and you got to wear the glasses over your contacts. That's a personal thing, but just be you and love your nerddom and bask in it and find like-minded people who can support you. Find that support system, get in that Facebook group, and find people who are going to continue to lift you up. And if they're not lifting you up, then you don't need to be around them. T
Yes,
non-proficit
absolutely.
deficit, and that's Latin for he who doesn't move forward get left behind. If you got to leave somebody behind for your own happiness, do it. Put that cosplay on, take them pictures, post up.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about, man. Anybody else? Closing comments.
Sydney?
I mean, Ty nailed it on the head. All I can add to that is if there's something you love, love it wholeheartedly. Don't try to like
Hmm.
half-ass your fandom. If you're like me and you're a One Piece weeb, be the One Piece, man. If it's Fire Force, if it's Inuyasha, whatever it is, accept it,
Hmm.
love it, share it. Find, like she said, find like-minded people because there are so many of us out here who just like we would be happy. Look, as an extrovert, and I can speak for all extroverts, if you
Yes.
find us, if we find out that you are an introvert and we have the same interests, you're adopted. You are now mine.
Period.
I have claimed you. You have a friend. We can be weebs together. That's
That's
that's all I have to add. I will adopt any introvert who is afraid to like reach out. Just tell me that this is what you like and we can be buddies.
we out here. That's what I'm talking about. Lydia, what's up? What's up? Closing comments.
Closing comments. Carve a space for yourself if there is no space. I mean, there's room for everybody here in this fandom. We exist. We don't bite hard. It's just, like I don't know, sorry, Austin Powers. But yeah, just like, it's just like exactly like Ty, like that was beautiful. Chef's kiss. That was excellent. But like, yeah, just find people, like-minded people. We're here. COVID's tough, quarantine's tough, just like join some groups. Let's get social. We're gonna get through this. In the meantime, take rest, take time for yourself, work on some things, explore new things. But yeah, just if there isn't a space like for me, chubby cosplay, very hard. Just you know what, I exist. Me existing in this space is a protest in itself. But like sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do and like do what makes you happy. So I don't know. Take care of yourself and each other. I don't
That's
know.
what I'm talking about. Well said. I appreciate that. Mahogany, what's good? Closing comments.
Well, sorry, cats. Women, theys, and femmes of all the types. Just it's all about having fun. Don't do anything you don't want to do, no
Yeah.
matter who it is, how long you've known them, or what they say you'll like. Do your own cosplays. Watch whatever you want to watch. It's about having fun. It's about what you want to do. Um, yeah, and we love you so much. And yeah, and all the other nerds of all types, we're here and we're here for you. And follow my Instagram, Mahogany Wings Cosplay. I'm willing to answer any questions anybody has on anything about anything, cosplay, body paint, all that good stuff. So
Body paint. Mm. Follow me on Dorkalicious.
Sydney,
K-pop
social
thought
media.
on TikTok.
Oh wait, Ty and Sydney, go ahead. Shout out to social medias.
social media.
I
Oh,
might have a Facebook. I ain't got no social media.
The
I'm
last time you
K-pop
ever
thought on
Okay.
TikTok. I share lots of K-pop. I share how I feel about K-pop, about cultural appropriation and appreciation, and Sunday Drive. I share music and playlists that are outside of the regular groups that you might see and see a lot of fans for. But yeah, go BTS.
Woo!
Ooh, go Blackpink.
Ha ha ha.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. So this has been another episode of the Otaku Village podcast. Again, if you're watching the video version and you're just now stumbling upon your boy, go ahead and subscribe. YouTube.com/Schwag Gaming and Music. Hit the bell. You don't have to hit it hard. Just tap it ever so slightly. Make sure you're notified on everything that I'm doing, especially this podcast, man. And the audio versions, the links will be in the description. If you want to be a part of the podcast, go ahead and hit me up on patreon.com/Otaku Village. Or if you just want to be a part of the Discord, again, that's patreon.com/Otaku Village. I appreciate all these ladies for coming through today. I got a lot of insight, and I hope that you did too, because they were a joy to talk to. They were a joy to listen to. This is probably one of my favorite podcasts that I've ever done. This is amazing. Cats and children involved. So
And boobies made of rice.
and boobies
Yes.
made of rice.
You missed that, Ty.
So if
Next time.
so if you need more cosplay advice, hit them up on their social medias. They let y'all know what it is. I'm gonna have them send me their social media so I can go ahead and plug it in the descriptions, and we will get y'all the most of what they have to offer. Thank you guys for joining us this evening, or whatever time that you are watching this. Until next time, deuces.